Oh yeah, can sorry guys, it's quite late for me. Came back very late. So, hello everybody, good evening. Let's quickly talk about this case of Mariam Sanda. I think I wrote Sarah. Did I write Sarah? Mariam Sanda, the lady who by her husband in Abuja. Hi everybody. Tí mi dànù ṣẹ́yìn kọ́kọ́ gbé tì mí. Kí ni tún ti wọlé lálẹ́ ẹgbà mi ò ṣiṣẹ́ yìí. Ìṣiṣẹ́ tó ń wọlé ìwé òye mi ibi tó ti wà. Ẹ̀yin tèmi ẹ bá mi béèrè ibi tó ṣiṣẹ́ ti wà ní òye mi. Bello Alimi, why do you want to come upstairs? Money upstairs. We are just coming, Hello everybody. Good evening. Good evening, sir. I'm sure it was a mistake.
Good evening, ma.
Oh, okay. I thought, is it a mistake you coming up?
No, I'm not mistake.
Okay, I thought as much. Yeah. All right. Oh no, what's it getting lot talking serious? Anyways, good evening. Let's quickly talk about this case because it's quite late and I'm working in the morning. Good evening. Yeah. Obalonimi, thank you so much, sir. Oh ma. Obalonimi, thank you so much for the donut. Thank you. As you come in, please help me to power tap. And then let's talk about Sanda. Mariam Sanda. Ẹ jẹ́ ká sọ̀rọ̀ nípa Mariam Sanda as usual, as we do normally. We're on 3 platforms as usual tonight. We are on Niger Stars and Beauty Tips on Facebook, and on YouTube we are on Prevailing Issues with Ajoke. On TikTok we are on Niger Stars and Beauty Tips. Please, on TikTok, help me to power tap so that we know we are doing something. Yes, there is this amnesty by our president. Méjì ló wọlé lẹ́ẹ̀kan náà, ẹgbà mi o. Ẹ̀yin tèmi ẹ ṣíṣí. There's an amnesty granted by the president, where he released some long-time prisoners, and people have condemned this act. As you come in, you're on Prevailing Issues with Ajoke, and on this platform, the book, as you come to this platform, what we do is that we do anything prevailing, anything trending on social media. And tonight, we want to talk about domestic violence and, when to take a bow when the marriage is not working well. When to take a bow so that you will know your story will not be like Sarah Sanda's ex, late husband, and then, the freedom she's going to be enjoying right from now on. A lot of people are in those marriages, and so welcome. Just sit down and have your cup of tea, and let's quickly go through this. Let's fight this menace together. We've been talking about domestic violence. Whether we keep talking about it from now till tomorrow, some people will still be in it. They won't know when to leave. But we'll keep talking about it, because the more we hear about it, the more we know what to do in case you're going through one and you don't know. There are a lot of indicative elements that will make you understand the fact that this relationship I'm in is toxic. But so many of us will want to stay there for so many things in the society. And so, what has happened to this young guy, the late husband of Sarah Sanda? Why do I keep calling her Sarah? Mariam Sanda can happen to you, So, about 7 years ago, we had this story of this young lady, a popular Abuja-based politician's daughter, And the husband too, I think the husband too is the father is quite influential too. So both of them are from Good Congo Man Comedy. How are you? So most of two of them are from a very solid background when it comes to affluence and influence in the society. So for about 6 years, 7 years ago, we just heard that the guy was murdered by the wife. So we got to know the story. They just got married, less than 2 years marriage. And one day she was going through his phone, like so many of us inquisitive married women, nosy married women. We want to check through our husband's phone. I call it environmental sanitation, not the ones you do every time. Once in a while, environmental sanitation. So she was going through it and she saw a nude picture or videos of ladies in her husband's phone. Newly married, you know how you feel naturally when you're newly married and you see things like that can, get you off like that. And so they said she got mad and she by her husband. Initially, they said she took out, a knife. She actually wounded the husband. The husband went out. They treated the wound, came back, and she stabbed him while he was asleep, according to them. So they said she cut her. She did a lot of things. Yeah, the guy died, and the mother came into the house to help her out to clean up the mess by pretending as if the guy fell on something. They said he fell on a vase or something, and that was how he died. But at the end of the day, it was established that she was responsible for her husband's death, and she was sentenced to death by hanging. That was about 7 years ago. They went to court of appeal. They failed because there were evidences that showed, though they said there was no autopsy, because being a Muslim, there wasn't autopsy performed on him and everything. But there were evidences that were, convincing enough for the whole court of appeal and the Supreme or whatsoever court, sentenced her, and they couldn't revise it. So she was sentenced to death. Mariam Sanda is one of those that our president Tinubu gave amnesty to this year. Presidential pardon comes with politics, it comes with whatsoever. But what President Bola Tinubu said is that she has shown remorse, and like so many of them that were released by presidential pardon, people have condemned it. I am going to say, people condemned it as being politically inclined. People have said, why is our president, knowing fully well that Nigeria is a society that the whole world looks at, and they are condemning us as a society where it's being headed by, you understand, some people in the society that has questionable character. And so the president, out of those people that were released, it was confirmed that I think a majority of them, you understand, 50-something% are drug barons, condemned drug barons, kidnappers, and like somebody like Sanda, Mariam Sanda, she's, a killer, according to what happened to her husband. So when we sum up the whole thing, we will say, why did our president, nobody is power tapping, please help me to power tap now. Haba ekela wa ṣe oba ti ja wa ekela wa ṣe abi kin so Yorùbá ni kin sáré gbé Ìkòyí. President Mohammed ti kú, sorry jàre, President Bola Tinubu wọ́n grant amnesty fún àwọn ọ̀daràn tí wọ́n ti pẹ́ ní prison, wọ́n ti pẹ́ ní prison, àwọn ọ̀daràn tí wọ́n pa èèyàn, àwọn tá à ń pè ní kidnappers, àwọn tó ń gbé egbògi olóró, àwọn tó ti pẹ́ nínú iṣẹ́ burúkú yìí, tó ń ṣojú mi, how are you darling sis? Àwọn tó ti pẹ́ nínú iṣẹ́ ká máa gbé egbògi olóró, drug barons, wọ́n fún wọn ní àyè láti máa lọlé. Thank you so much for tapping jare, thank you. Ṣé you understand? Wọ́n fún wọn láyè láti máa lọlé. Wọ́n tún wá fún arábìnrin tí ẹ̀ ń wò ní ojú àwòrán mi yìí tá à ń pè ní Mariam Sanda, wọ́n fún ní àyè láti máa lọlé. Mariam yìí pa ọkọ tó jẹ́ ọkọ ẹ̀ tí wọ́n ṣe wedding within less than 2 years of wedding. Mariam wo inú fóònù ọkọ ẹ̀ ní ọjọ́ tá à ń wí. Thank you so much Lovet, no not Lovet, sorry, Ṣèyí 8944 power tapping ẹ ṣé jàre, thank you. Ẹ bá mi power tap ẹ̀yin tó kù náà. Anyway, Mariam pẹ̀lú ọkọ ẹ̀ yìí wọ́n ṣèyàwó ní ọdún 7 years ago, but ṣẹmọ̀ wọ́n ní ó lọ wo fóònù ọkọ ẹ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bí most of àwọn obìnrin bá ṣe máa ń lọ tójú bọ ilé ẹran núrù. Mo máa ń sọ pé a máa ń ṣe environmental sanitation once in a while. We go into our husband's phones and we press and open and go and see what we are not supposed to see. So ó lọ ṣí fóònù ọkọ ẹ̀, ó bá rí pé òhò obìnrin ó gbé ọ̀ràn síta báyìí tó pé ọkọ tí mo ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ fẹ́ ó bínú, ó ṣọkọ léṣe, ọkọ jáde ó tún padà wá. Bá ṣáà ṣe máa rí wọn ní òun ló gún ọkọ pa, bọ́kọ ṣe di èrò ọ̀hún nìyẹn. Mariam lọ́dún náà lọ́hùn wọ́n lọ sí ṣé mo pé àtọkọ àtìyàwó wọ́n jẹ́ tí wọ́n ní good background, bàbá wọn àtìyá wọn lówó. In fact, when we watch the video, the wedding video was one of those one in town, you know, the celebrities party, the socialite party, you know, the Abuja based millionaires, that you know, that's where they belong, the upper class wedding. So unfortunately the guy died and she was sent to death by hanging, and that was the verdict at that time. So when the presidential pardon came this year, she was one of those lucky ones that her name made the list, and people have been saying, wow. So why am I here tonight? I'm here tonight because of domestic violence. I will keep talking about domestic violence. When you know when to walk out of a relationship, whether married or just ordinary boyfriend and girlfriend, things like this will go. You will buy, they will bury you, your wife or your husband will walk on your grave and nothing will happen. People will still applaud her. People will pity her. Of second baby, she already had one baby and then she was pregnant, and when you see something, how will she cope? And like so many of you understand, we have seen wife and husband, a wife will buy her husband, and at the end of the day they will say, what will happen? But people have said, this is our president. Is it only those that know people, those that are influential in the society, that have the political fathers backing, that they are releasing? Because the husband of this guy is still there in prison. What's that lady that sings Christian song? What's that one that was spied by her husband? That one too, that was not even direct by you. It's because he was always beating his wife and domestic. Osinachi, thank you so much. Favored. Osinachi's husband too is there. And like so many of them, But why am I talking about this tonight? If you die, forget about the fact that this ones have connection. Yeah? Because there is nothing working in Nigeria anyway. Once you know people, your own done better. Whatsoever offense you commit, you might be, pardoned. Especially if you belong to the right party. You know what I mean? Make I laugh small. Once you belong to the right party, you might be able to walk free, whatsoever your offense is. But for this particular one, it can be anybody. when you are in a relationship, ìjà lénìí, ìjà lọ́la, you are always having issues with your partner. You have tried, because I've always said it, both of us are not from the same mother, we are not from the same father, we are not trained the same way. So our attitudes, our culture, everything can be quite, different. And so there is bound to be like teething period when you get married. During your teething period, you will have issues. Ẹ máa jà, ẹ máa búra yín torí ẹ̀ tí ìmọ̀ra yín dáadáa ni. That's the teething period in any relationship, especially in marriage. So let's narrow it down to marriage, because this particular one, ó ti di olóògbé lénìí, the man is late, the wife will walk out. Please help me to power tap now. Why now? People, power tap on TikTok. The wife will walk, freely now. Don't be surprised. In Hausa land, I know that they know they take before they get another husband or another wife. Before you know her now, she go come out, she go marry another person. But she's in jail, man. She's still there, but she has been granted amnesty. She has been granted amnesty. Wọ́n ti ṣàánú ẹ̀. You understand? The president has granted her amnesty. She's one of those that made it, and she's going to live there as soon as every paperwork is perfected. So just like every other one of them, we have kidnappers that that got the permission. Yeah, you understand? So Sheyi 894. Oh, let me tell you, guys, ladies, men, I will always say I am not one of those that says women believing in women, or I am no. Truth be told, I am not going to be gender, biased. It can happen to anybody. Men go through domestic violence, they don't just talk. A lot of men, they go through domestic violence, they don't talk. I've said it. Domestic violence does not mean that you have to be physically attacked by that person. Thank you so much. Was it Queen that gave me that hat? Thank you so much. Let me see my gifter. Queen Esther, thank you so much, ma'am. You understand? Men too go through domestic violence. I've said it. Domestic violence, domestic abuse, whichever way you want to call it, involves, it's not only limited to physical abuse alone. That's being beaten. Domestic violence. You can go through violence physically, emotionally, psychologically, whichever way you can go through it. And for this particular marriage olówó ni. Madam Adebimpe, thank you so much, ma. Thank you for always being there for us. God bless you, ma. Please help me to power tap. They are not power tapping, ma. Look, 270 power tapping. Last year, I was on the oh, God. So, like I said, domestic violence, you can go through it in so many ways. This particular ones, because only get to pé I am just consult tèmi o, only get because she's from a rich home. You understand? The rich also cry. Some are well spoiled that they don't know their left from their right. I don't know their own story. But what we heard, surely in this one, forget about class, forget, anybody can be jealous. Anybody can go through that trauma. When you catch your husband, that's why some women will always say, do not go and be searching. That if you don't see, you don't care. They said the man's family, the father thought today, but they have condemned it. As at 2 days ago, the family were condemning the act of the amnesty. But today, the father has spoken. You know that the father too belongs to a political party. It's a party. I don't understand. I don't want to get in trouble with them. But let's just use their matter as we do here. We dey use matter learn work here. So for this particular one, they got married. Some of you're getting married, you don't know yourselves very well. And then when you are dating a lady or a man, you can always tell when they have that temperament. When a woman is too hot or a man is too hot, be careful. I have seen so many relationships now, even online, that you will see that the man, maybe they are still dating, and then the lady is being caught in in a way, and and then the guy will want to buy her. Run from such a man. You understand? Thank you so much, ma, for the gift. Run from any relationship that is coming with violence. No man can change after marriage. No woman can change after marriage. I am telling you now, come and hear something. Me, I have been married for a long time. He has not changed. They cannot change. If na woman wrapper you carry, he cannot change after marriage. It takes the grace of God. If he's a wife beater, he cannot change after marriage. Some of you want to patch it just because you want the society to call you Mrs. Or you are a responsible man, you want to get married, and you get married to a wrong partner. Once you get it wrong, it might be very difficult to correct it. When you're dating a lady and you can see that this kind of a lady is some of your ladies that you are dating, you will have a fight, a quarrel with your man, and you will break bottle, you break television. You don't marry such a girl. My dear sister, if your daughter brings a man home and she told you that he once slapped me when we got angry. Eric Babon, they said the father talked today. I will check out and read out. They said the father talked though, so we don't know the truth about it. If your daughter brings a man home and the man has mistakenly did like this once to your girl that they were not married though, just dating alone, do not force your girl to marry such a guy. A wife beater will always be a wife beater. My young daughters that are watching me, please, once you discover, or my young boys that are watching me, if you have a violent partner and you are not yet married, you still have time to correct yourself. Marriage is not do or die. If you are not married, that does not mean you cannot make it in life. That does not define who you are. There are lots and lots of successful singles that they are doing well. It's the society that will push you into getting married to a wrong person. We can't tell. This man might have seen those things, the traits in her, while they were dating. He might have seen that this one kò ń gbọ́ kú ìgbà ni. Tó bá bínú tó tá bá ti jà báyìí, ńṣe ló máa fọ́ ìgò. Because for a lady, I know when, it's easier said than done. There are lots of times that when you catch your man, in the act, you feel like, you don't even mind going at the same time at that point. You wouldn't mind. Because you're not in your own right frame of mind. You can't tell what you can do when it happens. But to avoid that, I have said it to me. I have the capacity to carry shock. Maybe because it's been a long time I've been there. Some of you cannot. Do not go into your man's phone. Because this lady went into the man's phone and she saw nudity. And that was how she got mad. Okay? So if you are one of those ladies that you're always looking for what is not lost, maybe by the time you open the phone, you start crying. You start without cutting onions. It's your business, so not a joke. Be careful what you watch. Sometimes these men, I've told you, they do it for adventure. It's not as if you understand, but Before you get into the marriage in the first instance, know the kind of partner you are going in for. Never settle down for a wife beater. Any man that has been beating you even before marriage, know that when you get inside, you will get outside very soon, no? Because lílù ló máa fi bá tiẹ̀ jẹ́. Some of you níjọ́ wedding gangan ẹ máa lura yín. Some of you níjọ́ engagement ẹ ń lura yín. A relationship that on the introduction day ẹ ti fọ́gò mọ́ra yín, what do you think will happen after marriage? Of course, the foundation is on violence, and so it will be violence all to Kelomo or Olasoya. How are you, ma? How are you, ma? Yes, Michael, how are you, sir? Do you understand? So once you start your foundation on violence, it is going to be violence all through. Our president has done his own. Whether it is politically inclined or whether it is through whatsoever he has chosen, no, we don't know. But you're sure that the list of the names must have been given to the president by some people. You understand? And people in power, they do anything. This girl's mother is a top politician in Abuja. And so, what do you expect? And like most of the people our president pardoned, kidnapper, I don't understand. Honestly, kidnapper, and this is a kidnapper, not only a kidnapper, is someone that has spy people. A kidnapper that has other offenses of, killing. Is not only kidnapping alone for ransom. Most of these people have debts whatsoever on them. And so, not only kidnapping alone. And then, people with questionable character, those ones that are known drug barons, are part of those that were released. You understand? For the fact that the president said they have showed, what do you call it? But president know that they have changed, Sha. They are no more bad. What do you call it? Anyway, plenty things like that are the criteria they used. They even said the drug baron has studied, had gone to university, open university, while he was in prison. So, and for that, it's funny because here abroad, once you are incarcerated, you are, inside, you are doing your time. There are lots of skills they learn there. They go to college, they go to school, they do. So it's no big deal. It's supposed to be a correctional center. But for those that are on condemned list, those that are surely made to face the consequences of buying themselves, you have given them mercy, shown mercy to them. A kidnapper that was collecting ransom and that were killing people, you understand? Those ones, they are coming out again. No, not Evans. So I'm not sure Evans was released. Is Evans one of them? No, another kidnapper, another known kidnapper in Onisha also was one of those that were released. I don't think Evans, I'm not sure if it was that, but that one is a popular one. And then Reverend King, I heard Reverend King, the pastor that they said was, the one in Lagos State too, was released. Oh God. Mono Camel, Michael. You can come up if you want to come up. You can come up. You can come up. Request to come up. Hello, sir. Mono Michael. Mono Michael. Mono Michael. I'll drop you. Ẹ máa lu ṣẹ́rẹ́ sí mi lórí ibi torí mi mọ̀ tẹ wá sókè. Ẹ máa lu ṣẹ́rẹ́. We are talking about marriage tonight. Whoever you want to choose, please choose right. Don't go and live the rest of your life in regrets. Do not live the rest of your life in regrets. A man or a woman do not change after wedding. Don't say, once we get married, she will change or he will change. No one changes, oh. They get worse. So just know that and know that for a fact. Okay? Know how to handle your marriage. Once you are in a marriage and things are not working well, like I said, men go through domestic violence, but it's very difficult for them. Why are men, ashamed to come out and tell, especially here abroad? So many of our men are going through domestic violence, and it's not because the wife is beating them. No, some of them, they brought their wives to this country, especially America. They brought their wife to the country, and the wife went to school, especially nursing, and they did very well after university, got good jobs, and then the men becomes nonsense in their home. We have seen stories, you understand, of ladies coming abroad, and once they are here, because they know this is a country where women are respected, where our rights are well spelled out to us. And so we want to take advantage of it. In so many homes, women are the ones ruling. Women are the ones, cutting shots. You understand? So you have to be very careful. And that is why a man dies of emotional and psychological abuse rather than the physical abuse. They don't have the guts to come out to let the world know that they are going through it. I've seen one person here that came that said when they were in Nigeria, they came from Nigeria, they are this Japa generation. Only matter one in Nigeria, the wife was doing everything, Muslim family, beautiful family. But they got here, the wife changed totally. And like we have seen in so many of these our people, do you know what they do against all Yoruba? They go and suffer ọlọ́pàá wípé ọkọ àwọn nu àwọn, wọ́n á lo domestic violence láti fi gba ìwé, wọ́n á lé ọkọ yẹn kúrò nílé. Irú ọkùnrin yẹn, ìbànújẹ́ wo lẹ rò pé kò ní tó bá? Ìbànújẹ́ máa bà, because most of them, owó, wọ́n pa owó pọ̀, wọ́n ta ilé, wọ́n ta ọ̀nà, wọ́n fi gbé obìnrin wá sí ìlú òyìnbó. Do you get me? So I'm just saying that in Yoruba so that ayé gbogbo wa, ìwà táwọn èèyàn wá ń wù tí wọ́n máa lọ parọ́ fún ìjọba wípé ọkọ àwọn ń lo àwọn, wọ́n máa fi domestic violence wọ́n fi ń gba ìwé. Though ìlú òyìnbó sì ti understand o, àwọn ìjọba wa ti mọ̀ nísìnyí pé ntọ́ wa fi ń pa irọ́ nìyẹn. So many of our ladies, they will do this to the men because they know the men cannot talk. And so many of our men are ashamed to let the whole world know that. How can you, people will even laugh at you that you don't have control over your wife at home. Men want to show their ego. They want the whole world to know that they have the gods. They are the real husband in the house. Do you understand? Àwọn lọ́kọ ìyàwó, so wọ́n máa fẹ́ ṣakọ. And for a man that is supposed to be the head, how can you come out and tell the whole world that your wife is not allowing you to even have ordinary sex? Some of them deprive their husbands. Some of these ladies abroad, wọ́n máa deprive ọkọ wọn ní the main thing tọkùnrin máa ń fẹ́ nígbèsè ayé wọn. So when a man is sexually deprived, that's an abuse on the man. Who will he learn how to talk to? And this is a man that cannot cheat here, because once he cheats here, his life is pafuka. Amabali ayé ẹ̀gẹ́. Unlike Nigeria, that they have the liberty, as in they can do it. It has become the norm in Nigeria. But here, if you do it, I catch you, I send you packing. So that kind of a man, how do you think he's able to express himself? So men, if you're going through any abuse, any form of abuse, please do not be afraid. Do not be ashamed to speak out. Thank God, here abroad, at least you have people to speak with. You have organizations you can talk to. Yes. And you have social media to even use to shout out and let people know that you are going through it. Because emotional abuse is even the worst act of it. Because when a man goes through emotional abuse and is unable to talk, he can die. Internal bleeding will come. Every sickness will start coming. Hypertension will come. So for the men, speak out. Speak out. And once you know your wife is a violent type or your man is a violent type, when you are having any issue, please walk away from the situation. You can come back when it's settled. When you know his head is calm, you can come back. But when a man that you know naturally is a violent guy, you have entered into the relationship before you know, but I'm very sure some of you will see the red flag, but you still go for the man. You understand? So once you know that you are in the relationship already, you are married already, and that man is a violent guy, please, when he's annoyed, when he has started his tantrum, take your slippers and leave the home. And I will always say, do not be deceived by the society. Do not be deceived that, what will my parents say? And I want to beg us parents, please, do not force any relationship on anyone. Most of our children, like when we were growing up, that was how we were trained. You must die in the marriage. Whether your husband kill you or beat you, your daddy beats me and die me. Èmi ò kú síbẹ̀, you will not die. And once they are going to their husband's house, we tell them, you don't have a room here again. Stop it. It's nonsense teaching. It's nonsense teaching. Let them know that they have a room in case the man misbehaves. Because you don't want to go and carry their corpse. Whatsoever, whosoever. If any marriage is not working, please stop patching nonsense. Stop patching nonsense. Hey, guys, if you know you have a Digolugi as a wife, stop patching nonsense. Let the world say what they will say. I watched CEO Blessing's short video. Honestly, I'm not a fan of CEO Blessing because number one, she's a therapist, self-acclaimed therapist. And when she started dating IVD, the IVD that was in domestic violence situation with the ex-wife died in that process where she lit herself and she died in the process. So IVD is still facing that crime there. She was talking about him of recent. You know, he was arrested again when they wanted to go to Dubai to do their honeymoon or whatsoever. You understand this? He's already trying to get married. This is a young girl that has about 4 or 5 children, 30-something years old girl. If you know Bimbo's story, please say hi. Let me know you are watching. IVD's wife, late Bimbo, the girl left how many children? And she died like that. There was one I talked about the other time. Thank you, Jare, the Kenyans. The other guy, the lady poisoned herself. She actually committed suicide. She came from a top politician in Lagos Island. We did the case on Facebook for people following us on Facebook 4 or 5 years ago. The guy is a politician. He's still in Sanwo-Olu's government as we speak. The wife, because of infidelity, she came back. The guy did not allow her to come in because the guy was involved in infidelity. Not even the wife. He did not allow the wife to come into the home. Their matrimonial home. Oh, you understand? So that's why we always say for both sides. The lady came back. Oh, dé láti abroad. Pẹ̀lú ọmọ baby tó ó ṣe bímọ. I think she had 2 children and then she just had 1. The man did not allow her to come inside because he already had 1 baby inside the house. And because they have told the wife, and because of that, he did not allow the wife to come in. Ibi tí ìyàwó tó gbéyàwó lọ in the guest house, the girl took sniper, and that was the end. she died because of the guy. The guy is living his own life. When you go, your children will suffer the aftermath of your actions. Okay? Whatsoever actions you're taking now, and you're saying because of the children, you're not going to leave the marriage, a violent marriage, you are going to reap it. Your children are going to reap it when you are gone. Listen, children trained in abusive home, children trained in a chaotic home, children trained in a violent home, they grow up damaged. They grow up damaged. The trauma will continue to live in them forever. We have worked with children that have gone through domestic violence, and we have seen their behaviors. They are quite different from other children, even in class. They do not do well in class. And when they grow up with aggression. They are naturally aggressive because that was how they were trained. They don't grow up with love. They never experience. If you don't experience love, how can you give love? So many things that you damage in these children, and you are saying it's because of the children you are staying there. When you stay there, daily you are crying, your children are seeing how traumatized you are. They will grow up with trauma. Some of our girls will start hating men because of the way their father is treating their mothers. So instead of you to raise your children in such a chaotic home, it is better for you to take them away from such place and give them the best. There are loads and 1001 single mothers or single parents that are doing well with training of their children. Gone are those days when you say, no, how can I? That's why I always advise women, especially, have something that you're doing that can sustain you when you are no more in marriage. Some of our ladies, especially in Nigeria, are staying in marriages because they have no financial stability. And so they cannot stand on their own if they leave the marriage. And so their children will grow up in such an environment that is not conducive.
You are no. When they call me, I will not go. Please. When you know you don't have money to buy anything in shop, don't go. Don't go.
Hello, ma.
You hear me?
Hello, ma.
No. All they want from us is for us to fail.
Hello, ma.
I'm telling you, that's what that guy wants. Where did you guys buy what?
Let me disconnect her. I don't think she knows she's up. You know, sometimes I always tell you people, be careful. Oh, they will go and carry you up one day. That's why I always ensure that anytime we are doing TB. You understand? When we are doing it, I will always check the phone very well, because most of us, we are 24 hours on phone now. That is the new thing. And then your daddy will be banging you. Your mommy will be saying, and then the phone will, you see, I love yes, okay. And then you'll be shouting, and they'll say, kilo shele. So, you said, don't endure marriage, enjoy marriage. So many of us are enduring marriage. And this is not time to endure marriage. If it is not working, then it is not working. Don't deceive yourselves. Look, men fall out of love as women fall out of love. And that is why I like our Oyibo people. Once they fall out of love, they don't endure. They don't deceive themselves. There is no pretense with them. But for us, even though the marriage is not working again, and the man decides to you will know when there is no love again. Are you deceiving yourselves? But because this is not part of us to divorce, because we are tired of marriage. Maybe by the time we start practicing things like, having a separation for some time and then coming back together after, having separation, having counseling, having therapy, or whatsoever to fix some marriages. Ade. You understand? Bóyá by the time that bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ṣe díẹ̀ ní Nàìjíríà, nǹkan á máa dá. So many of us, ẹ bá mi power tap o. Kí ló dé? Please power tap for me. Bá ṣe pọ̀ tó ìka má power tap. Ẹ power tap o. Now, wow. Thank you for power tapping, jare. Ẹ tún ṣakọ, ẹ tún fi. Okay, jẹ́mi náà lè power tap fúnra mi. Kí ló dé tó ìkẹ́? Ẹ ṣọ́ra yín o, máa ta power tap o. You know, you're trying to raise those children because you don't want people to say, yeah, and some of us, it's about the religion. I just got married. I've got friends. That's why I always say kudos to all those ladies. That they won't say because, how can people not hear that the wedding is just a year? Yes! If it is just a year and it's not working, walk away. Some got married to a wrong person, a deceiver. And because you have spent so much money, you have taken Ashwebi. What will people say? The big Ashwebi that you have, Ashwebi, and then you will stay in the marriage. You'll be crying daily. Kini mu wo yi? Ẹlòmíì ti yáwó ṣe wedding. I remember I always talk about her because God bless her that she decided to leave the marriage. What's her name again? The lady, House of Frida. Yes, people made jest of her. They did this, they did that, but she had to go leave the marriage. It wasn't working. But because kí làwọn èèyàn máa sọ ojú títì, then your parents, you can imagine you that Wasiu Ayinde has come to play for. Wasiu Ayinde lè pè láti wá ṣeré fún yín. Ẹ ti yá owó lọ́ra yìí. Àwọn ẹbí ti jókòó. Your daddy, your mommy, everybody was in the party and they were hailing you for choosing a fine man like this or for choosing a fine girl like this. And because of that, you will not leave the marriage. Wọ́n máa lù ẹ́ pa, wọ́n máa gbókù ẹ̀ sílé ni. Ìyàwó tó ò fẹ́ fi sílẹ̀ yẹn, that lady that you don't want to leave because the mother is a rich woman, because it's a society lady, that lady will kill you, will emotionally buy you until you go. The moment we take away shame, the shame that comes with society, the shame that comes with religion, the moment we take away all those trash, then we'll know what we are doing in Nigeria, in Africa, in Nigeria especially, because I am talking from our own side. Mostly we endure marriages. And you will have seen the signs, but you don't want to leave. Osinachi will still be alive today if not for religion. I'm 100% sure. And so many of our ladies are like that too. Most will still be alive if not of society. What would the society say? Maybe this guy has seen it in her that this girl is too violent. Any small thing she go don't carry bottle. But he will not leave because it was a society wedding they did. And so now that is no more, somebody else will marry the wife. You will be surprised. Just wait now. Before you know, in 2 years' time, you hear that this girl has married another person. They will tell you life must continue. Just like IVD's own. Life continued immediately after that girl died. Life continued for IVD. Unbelievable. We thought it was just a joke. We thought it was cloud chasing by the lady. But we didn't know they were very serious about it. Before we knew what was going on, they had started planning wedding. So life goes on, and you cannot stop anybody. Once you are no more there, another person will, especially men, people will tell them, you have to do 2 years now. You need to move on. And it's true. Even if it's a lady, she needs to move on. Tobacco kufele die. Man, don't be deceived that you cannot leave a marriage because you just got married. No, you can. If your daughter or your son comes back and say, look, Mom, I think I made the wrong choice. Try as much as possible if it can be fixed. Like I said, in every marriage, there is teething period. If it is a teething period, where like normal, when you have a new child baby, a newborn baby, they grow and then they start having teething issue. Marriage too is like that time that they are just married. They have their teething period, time that they will test waters. At that time, they need our support as parents. We need to enlighten them on how marriage is all about. We don't leave them to it. We as parents, especially mothers, it's our time to let our daughters know that, look, you are in your husband's home now. This is a different place totally. Don't go and be searching for a new. If not, you go buy me. Let them know. By the time we start giving them the lecture they deserve, at that period, they will know what to do. Because some of them do cry to friends and they get wrong counsel from friends. But when they have you, they are James, yes. When they have you as mothers, especially mothers, they will know. Our own daughters, let's teach them what marriage is all about. We teach them patience, but not stupidity. Let them know what is wrong and what is right. Because by the time they get most of these counsels from friends, that is when they misbehave. Young girl of 30 or 27, 28, telling her friend 28 too, and they have been out there for a long time, and they just got married, and they are seeing this man, a man that they are used to this new life of love, one thing, and they don't believe in cheating. And because they cheated, you caught her or caught him, and then the next thing you want to kill him. Your friend will tell you, I will not take it out. I will just my land come along here further nuni. But when you go back, when you go back to your mother, it's your mother that will tell you, look, we know what to do. I will speak to your husband. This is the way to go about it. And then for the men too, daddies, don't leave your male sons immediately after marriage. Please cancel them. Let them know marriage comes with its challenges. Let your boys know that marriage comes with its challenges. Because most of us parents, once our children get married, we leave them to it. We don't go check on them. I'm not saying we should go and sleep in their homes, but checking on them, giving them, support. They need our moral support, whichever way. Bale, thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. God bless you, sir. They need our support at that time. Because you have failed as a single mother does not mean your girl daughter will fail as a wife. Because you have failed as a single father or a failed husband does not mean your son will fail as a husband. You will have learned your own mistakes while your marriage did not work. Bring those lessons to your children. Let's start training our children in a way to know that marriage is not do or die. However, with patience, we can do things right. Let's cancel our children. And when you are giving out marriage, children in marriage, please, let's stop telling them, don't come back. You have no place in this place again. It's a wrong advice. Hello, user. Is user there? It's a wrong advice. Let them know that there is someone you can always come to. Cry to me when you need me. I know most of the time we tell them, once our children are married, let's leave them. Let them enjoy their marriage. Yes, it's time for us to leave them to enjoy their marriage, but do not leave the counsels of elders. Let them know what marriage is all about. Mommy Jumi OTV.
Auntie Ajoke.
Hello. Come on, guys, see this one. Kilo Shele, why did our president pardon this lady now? What do you think is going to happen?
I would like to say thank you to everybody. Auntie Ajoke, thank you. And on behalf of everybody on this platform, I want to say we are very sorry for what happened day before yesterday. We are very sorry. Please, fellow Auntie Ajoke family and friends on this platform, please, we don't want bad blows. We don't want anybody to be like feeling like he's on top of the world. We don't want any like abusing or kama shake for our
yes.
Yeah, whatever tabati ni nílé ẹjọ́ ẹ jẹ́ kí n sáré address ẹ whatever tabati ni tatimora wa that is ẹ jẹ́ kó stay and next time Auntie Ajoke bá ti rí àwọn tó ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n máa já wọn bọ́ lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ ni ẹ má take as offensive. Please, we are begging you. And let's be mature. Please, we are mothers now. Kì í ṣe àwọn ọmọ.
Parents.
We have to be organized and we have to know what we are going through. Sorry about that. So John, to your love, for long, what about this platform is not shaping, cursing each other or yelling to each other or disrespect each other. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much. Mo ti ẹ̀ ti gbà yẹn ṣe gan ni àti Júmi. Ṣé àpò ìgbà tí mo dé mi ò tí ẹ̀ lè dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ àwọn kí n ti ẹ̀ bẹ̀ wọ́n pé kó má bínú.
No, I understand. But this is not right.
Come on, Jack.
Any differences together. Let it stay by your whatever. Let us enjoy it by enjoy for long being. And if you are starting fighting or disrespecting each other, you are bringing Auntie Ajoke down, which is you are disrespecting her. She has husband, she has everything, she has children, so it's not good for her. Please.
Thank you, ma. Thank you.
So about this kinisha mo pe mi ni mo kọ́kọ́ rí that day tí mo pè yín tí mo sọ ọjọ́ tá ń sọ̀rọ̀ kọ́lọ̀ ń ṣàánú wa nítorí ẹ̀ ni mo ṣe máa ń sọ pé tó bá ti jẹ́ kán pa ẹ́ gbé
ó tán
ó parí nǹkan bíbélì sọ pé ẹlẹ́ṣẹ̀ kan
kò ní lọ láì jìyà
Ọlọ́run máa dáríjì báwo lọ́lọ́run ṣe dáríjì ó lè rí igi ó dáríjì náà òun náà ló wá ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ilé ayé ìpè tó bá ti lọ gbé láìvẹ́ lẹ̀ àdèlọ́ọ̀fù fẹ́ kàn pa ẹ̀ dànù wọ́n pa ẹ̀ gbé nìyẹn ọmọ tó bá ti ń rí kinní ẹ̀ style nǹkan tó kàn dùn mọ́ nínú ni pé ṣe rí àwọn ọmọ tá à ń bí ń sìn I think they are very very
wise. They don't take.
ẹ mọ̀ pé àwọn náà máa tún advice wa
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
wọ́n máa advice wa now even gan tó bá rí relationship téèyàn ń ṣe lẹ́yìn téèyàn ti separate pẹ̀lú parents wọn wọ́n máa sọ pé move on mommy and because of move on daddy you don't have boyfriend yes you don't have anybody to talk to èmi àwọn ọmọ mi ti sọ fún you want us to get boyfriend for you àmà rẹ̀rìn tó bá rí pé kí ni you have to move on any relationship tó bá ti rí touch like ẹ̀ báyìí pé it's going to be a tough stick to their whatever I know them for sure pé àwọn ọmọ ọ̀sìn even gan tó bá ti ń date téèyàn bá tó bá rí obìnrin kan lásán kẹ́wọ́ bí táwọn ọmọ yẹn ní ọgbọ́n dé wọ́n ní no àwọn òṣèré relationship ru ilé nígbà ọkùnrin tó ti ń cheat nígbà 13 date àbí tó ti sọ pé you are crazy you look fat you look kinní
kan bringing you down.
That means the same thing is going to happen táwọn bá get married pé àwọn ò fẹ́ rú ẹ̀ àwọn ò fẹ́ rú relationship bẹ́ẹ̀ but nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní pé ńgbà táwa ń date ìfẹ́ fọ́jú la fẹ́ ṣe ibùgbọ́n ọkùnrin ó lè ti rí wa ká tó má rí gan kó ti dà fojú bò wá gbòógbà á tún fà wá mọ́ra but we take it like that but my friends my sister my brothers my mummies my daddies please my uncle my aunties please tẹ́ bá ti ń rí ẹ jẹ́ ká tètè àwọn tó ṣì wà ń bẹ̀ ẹ má wò pé ilé ọmọ mi ni mo máa kú sí wo tó bá kú. Even this one is not even about pé abusive marriage or something like that. The woman with Black American woman like nǹkan àkótí kìíní ẹ̀ gan. Only when you don't enjoy your money and you left the money for the children, you work for your children and you left the money for them to enjoy the money. Guess what? They will spend the money. They will spend it wisely because they are not the one that
works for it.
Yeah. Only they will spend it lavishly. They may miss you, they will cry, they will do all stuff. I miss daddy, I miss mommy. They will bring flowers to somebody's graveyard. But guess what? You better enjoy your life right now. Once you are 50 years old, they might enjoy life. But even if your husband feel like, oh, you have to stay. No, I have to mentality ni àwọn obìnrin share the problem tá a mọ̀ pa ni pé I work with mental health unit. You know what? Àwọn obìnrin mental kini wa ó wà very very ó tètè máa ń tètè gba àìsàn burúkú yẹn sára. Àwọn ọkùnrin sì lè máa manage díẹ̀ tí ò ní tètè jáde because of our hormone something. Ó máa ń tètè jáde lára wa tá a bá ti rí nǹkan kékeré báyìí ó máa tètè down lára wa ó máa put wa down. That is why you see a lot of people in mental section. You see dementia like it's very common in the midst of female, you will see it is very common in the women. 30, 20 something, they have dementia, they started having all this stupid mental problem because they think you know what? Kí àwọn ọmọ mi tó máa ra àwọn ọmọ mi obìnrin kí dọ́tà mi first born Martin sọ pé èmi o mo ti lọ jẹ ìyá yẹn o èmi jẹ́ o ẹ̀yin ò lè jẹ́ ẹ lè jẹ́ kò jọ́ kò ń ṣe pé kíní ẹ lè jẹ́ ni èmi sọ fún yín tí ẹ bá ti rí pé ó ti ń di pé kíní kan yọ àti fídíò àwọn àpáyà tètè tó bá dẹ̀ kó tiẹ̀ tó di gbà gbòs gan ẹ mọ̀ pé a lot of people they don't even abuse you with their word they are beating anymore
of course.
With their mouth a man can kill you with mouth woman can kill man with mouth ẹnu wa yìí kò dára rárá tẹ́ bá sọ̀rọ̀ mí ìṣẹ̀lómi ó lè lọ bẹ́ sódò ìgbẹ́ ẹ wọ̀rọ̀ tó sọ sí mi wà máa mí ẹ wo ọ̀rọ̀ Portable àti ọmọ tá à ń sọ nípa ẹ̀ láti jẹta ṣé ó yẹ kí Portable tún ní òun ti lọ bọ́ ọmọ òun tún dodo òun do láti inú òun do dẹ́yìn nígbà tóun tún do òun wá gba fóònù ẹ̀.
ó bá rí pé ó tún lọ ṣoògùn.
ó tún wá lọ ṣoògùn ó tún wá call ẹ̀ out I don't know ní tiẹ̀ ọmọ yẹn mo ti wò pé I'm done mo ti káwọn sókè méjèèjì fọ́rọ̀ àṣàbí àwọn òbí ẹ̀ tó bá yá wọn mọ nǹkan tó ń pè ní abuse tó bá yá wọn rò pé ó rẹ́rìn ṣinṣin sí ó ń bọ́ sórí kinní nǹkan tó pé inner problem ló jẹ́ fún.
So shameful.
Very shameful and is a disgrace to the family. Her mother, and you know what? Ashabi mother, she's still young.
Hey, 1 year, sorry, I didn't see the mom.
I know, Olori, eye opener, ní orí Instagram, ìjọ tó ń ṣe nǹkan tó ń gbàdúrà fọmọdé nìyẹn náà.
Oh God.
Wàláì ní èrò pé yẹn ti 50 Ọlọ́run dáríjì ní ìwọ ìjọ. But Ashabi the first born anyways. But the only thing, let's go to look at this lady. When I saw it on that day, I was like, ẹni tí tó bá kú máa ní ti ẹ gbé àgàgà ìlú tí ò lófin.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni Nàìjíríà.
ẹ̀yin ẹ̀dá ń gbé Nàìjíríà jọ nítorí Ọlọ́run ìlú tí ò lófin. ìlú tí ò lófin wọ́n ní ìlú tí ò lófin ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ò sí. ẹ rí so many people tó ń ṣe oríṣiríṣi tó máa ṣépè fọmọ tó máa ṣe gbá fọmọ tó máa lo power tó máa fọyàn létí tó máa ṣe gbá tó dẹ̀ lọ scot free. You can't do it in diaspora. Tó pé bí irú bíbá ìṣe èrò pé lédi yìí kó tiẹ̀ lè jáde mí tí èrò ogun tó fẹ́ ṣe ogun ìbò mẹ́ gbàgbé ẹ̀rọ kó lè jáde ṣá.
ẹ̀yin ò ní gbogbo àwọn tí president fún pardon ni àwọn ológun olóró àwọn kidnappers.
àti àlùkẹ́ mo kàn fẹ́ bèrè lọ́wọ́ yìí ni ṣé wọ́n lè pardon lédi ní abroad.
For what? lórí kíni? Do you know the excuse they gave ni pé who will look after the children nígbà tá a ní àwọn tó máa tọ́jú ọmọ. We have social services that will take over the children.
Àwọn tí ẹ ti gbọ́ ọmọ kó tó di pé wọ́n dájọ́ ọmọ wọn ti gbọ́ ọmọ because wọ́n mọ̀ pé àwọn ọmọ yẹn lè hàn mọ́.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
ìjọ tó ti lọ mú báyìí wọ́n ti gba ọmọ wọ́n dẹ̀ ti make arrangement àwọn ọmọ yẹn náà irú àwọn ọmọ yẹn náà máa ń gbádùn ju àwọn ọmọ náà.
Of course.
wọ́n máa ń fowó bá àwọn jẹ́.
àwọn ọmọ tó wà ní kíá.
àwọn jẹ́ tó ẹ pé wọ́n máa bà wọ́n jẹ́ tó jẹ́ pé but guess what eléyìí ti ṣe ń ṣe gbogbo àwọn táwa Nàìjíríà ẹ jẹ́ ká calm down. Cherry, I'm going to tell you, ẹ jẹ́ ká calm down. Àwa tá a ṣì wà nílé ọkọ, àwa tá a sì nílé ọkọ, àmọ́ nǹkan tójú wá rí. Let me tell you something. I used to tell people, this is open something. When I was in Nigeria then, I married wrongly. I used to tell people, I'm married wrongly. But guess what? Ìgbà tí gbogbo nǹkan tèmi feel yẹn because of my mother, she's a sweet mother. She don't like it. Pé kéèyàn ọkọ mi.
Don't live there, stay there.
And tó bá ti jẹ́ pé ò jẹun ni, my mother will provide everything for you. My mother will clothe you, do everything with her, even she's teacher, but she will clothe you, she will do everything to make you happy. Christmas time, because I lost my dad when I was little. I was just 2 years old. So my mother, she's the only one to train our Mariam, and she worked very hard, very, very, very hard to train us. And thank God, every one of us are happy. But my mother will do everything, until Shadi. Láti jẹ́ pé kò stay, but the only thing ni pé nígbà yẹn my mother started coming here very early. Èmi wà ní ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ marry sílé, wọ́n dẹ̀ ti file fún mi as a green card holder, brothers, sisters. Nígbà yẹn tí màmá mi bá wa nǹkan tí mò ń face, mi ò lè sọ because I don't want to leave my children. Nígbà tí wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí sọ fún mọ́mí pé mọ́mí kíní ìwọ̀n ni ọkọ mi pẹ̀lẹ́, ṣówó ni.
Ṣáà dúró síbẹ̀.
School táwọn ọmọ lọ ò láìkẹ́, mo ní wọ́n change it. My mother started paying. In fact, if I love by from the cup by mama mi mara on come àwọn ẹ̀gbọ́n mi gbogbo wọn náà máa ti ṣe nǹkan wọn àwọn ọmọ mi ò tiẹ̀ lo nǹkan gbà tí mo wà Nàìjíríà wọn lo nǹkan Nàìjíríà fún baby things wọ́n máa ti ṣe shopping tá a bá dẹ̀ ń ṣe kò mọ̀ ìyá mi ni mo mọ̀ pé wọ́n máa sọ fún ẹ pé o gbọ́dọ̀ pẹ̀ràn ọmọ tí bá dé àbọ̀ we are not Muslim náà wọ́n á ní yẹ so dá kéèyàn máa pẹ̀ràn fọ́mọ téèyàn bá bí babies nípa a gbọ́dọ̀ pẹ̀ràn tí àwọn mi àwọn náà máa kówó ẹ̀rọ lẹ̀ gbogbo àwọn ọmọ mi mẹ́tẹ̀ẹ̀ta bọ́n nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ fàyọ ni pé one time bàtà move to America mi wà lè gba kínní yẹn mọ́ so ti èmi náà tí wọ́n rá àwọn èèyàn ṣe mọ̀ when you started me that is why tẹ̀sẹ̀ ráhùn tó máa ń retaliate ní abroad sister Àjọkẹ́ àwọn tẹ̀ máa ní wọ́n pọ̀lọ́pàá sọ́kọ̀ wọn yẹn because wọ́n ti dé bí wọ́n ti ráhùn èèyàn tó ń bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀ wọ́n dẹ̀ ti rí life táwọn èèyàn tó ń live
experience
yẹn ní ẹ̀sọ́ sọ fún wọn pé jẹ́jẹ́ ṣé nǹkan tí mo sọ yé but nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ni pé when I started seeing things and this man still want to live as a Nigerian man started doing this but my mom still like ọkọ mi ṣáà ní sùúrù ṣùgbọ́n àwọn ọmọ ẹkú ti ń ṣe kínní wọn kò ti fẹ́ wà ní kínní kan wọ́n ti fẹ́ wọ́n máa tó lọ college wọ́n máa tó báyìí gbogbo wọn ti wà bí ní disco àbí mi wà ní kínní kan ṣẹmọ bí primary something but nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ fàyọ ni pé my mom started saying it but one day she fed up of it ẹni kí ló fed up of my mom with èmi mọ́ sọ fáwọn èèyàn náà pé màmá mi ti sọ kínní lù mí láyà ńgbà tá a wà ní Nàìjíríà wọ́n ti sọ big tamafinti gate padlock tamafinti gate nítorí pé
Adùnní káàbọ̀
tí mo sá lọ báyìí wọ́n ti sọ lù mí rí lẹ́yìn but ṣẹ́rí nígbà tó wá débi bá wọ́n wá rí so many things nǹkan tó wá mú wọn ní wọn ò dá sí mọ́ tó wá wò pé ṣe nǹkan tó máa ṣe nígbà tí this man said tó lọ gbé pílò tó fẹ́ fi fún mi lẹ́nu pa tí mo sá lọ bá wọn yàrá báyìí pé mọ́mí nǹkan báyìí fẹ́ yàbọ̀ nǹkan báyìí mọ́mí ní nǹkan lágbájá ó fẹ́ ṣe báyìí fọ́mọ mi ó ní òun á kàn pa òun á dẹ̀ para òun.
Imagine.
Màmá mi ní ọmọ tí mo ti ń dá tó láti ọmọ ọdún kan àbọ̀ ọmọ tí ò bóyá pẹ̀sí bàbá ẹ̀ lórí tó ẹ pọ́wọ́ la fi mú wọ́n á ṣe kí ni bí màmá mi ṣe wò báyìí pé wọ́n bá àwọn ẹ̀gbọ́n mi wá nígbà táwa sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn àwọn ẹ̀gbọ́n mi wá ní ṣó tán mọ́ mi wá ní okay make decision ọ̀pọ̀ náà tí mo make decision kì í ṣe ni mo jáde nílé o this man left the house for us. Ẹgbọ́rú ẹ̀.
Imagine òun ló tún lọ nígbà tó.
Mo máa sọ fáwọn èèyàn but guess what mi fi ọlọ́jọ́ kan pé ọlọ́pàá. But mo ìjọ kan mi fi pé ọlọ́pàá the only thing tó yẹ pé the police get involved is like nígbà mi láàárọ̀ tó bá wá gbá àwọn ọmọ so ó lè dé kó gbálẹ̀ kó gbígbé mi dẹ̀ ṣe máa ṣiṣẹ́ lálẹ́ máa ní má ṣe báyìí náà kí ni kò ní o stupid kí ni company you know what o ò fẹ́ gbọ́ bó ṣe padà lọ bá àwọn tó jẹ́ bí lọ́ọ̀yà ni wọ́n dẹ̀ lọ bá mi bá gómìnà wọ́n dẹ̀ sọ pé tó bá máa gbọ́ mo máa dúró lẹ́nu gate àwọn ọmọ máa ti get ready wàá gbé wọn lọ school nígbà tó dẹ̀ ìyàwó lòun ò lè dúró lẹ́nu gate àfi tóun bá wá máa àwọn èèyàn pé wọ́n máa dúró pọ̀ ká mi wọ́n ní máa gbọ́ ọmọ mọ́ èmi náà dẹ̀ make provision báwọn ọmọ mi ṣe wà máa dé school títí àwọn ọmọ mi olúwa ṣeun lé ní gbogbo wọn ti di baálé ilé ara wọn ìyàwó ilé ara wọn ọkùnrin náà kọ́ lọ bá mi wọ́n fún délé ọkùnrin kan tó kúrò ṣẹ́rí nǹkan tí mo sọ ni pé tó o bá make decision yẹn o ò lè live life bóyá ọ̀tẹ́ ò bá ti pa ní ìsìn tí bá fi ń wò pé bàbá ọmọ mi ni
God bless you má sọ fáwọn èèyàn don't say because and then some of you will say don't go and report a man report if.
mo máa ń gbọ́ so many people on this star àwọn tí mo love o but mo máa mi kì í wà happy sometimes wọ́n ní ẹ̀yọ́ obìnrin let me tell you a lot of people ọkùnrin sometimes àwọn obìnrin náà wà bó ṣe wà fún obìnrin náà ló ṣe wà fọkùnrin o but when you started seeing the torchlight of these people you have been abused by people and things is not that like helping your mental health tètè jáde jọ torí ọlọ́mọ ìyá mi mo fọlọ́ọ̀ bẹ̀ ẹ wúrú eléyìí sí ibùgbọ́n bó já abroad náà lèèyàn ti pààyàn ni kó tó àfikún tí wọ́n pa ẹnìyẹn lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ ọ̀hún dẹ̀ ń pa wọ́n lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀.
àwa àwọn tún wà.
àwọn ń pa wọ́n lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ ìgbà tí mo kọ́kọ́ débù mental section ni mo ti ṣiṣẹ́. ẹ wò wọ́n máa ń tọ́jú wọn nítorí bá fọ́ wọn báyìí.
Of course now you can't even compare.
torí bá fọ́ wọn báyìí wọ́n máa forí gbá orí báyìí wọ́n máa sáré gbé wọn lọ because wọn ò fẹ́ kó kú síbẹ̀ yẹn nítorí àwọn fámìlì wọn wọ́n lè sue gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì tó di eyín wọ́n lè sue gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì pé àwọn náà ṣe nǹkan kan fáwọn wọn ò dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé criminal ni ọmọ tó bí o but wọ́n máa ń sue gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì so gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì ò kì í fẹ́ kí nǹkan kan ṣe wọ́n máa ń tọ́jú wọn gan-an tẹ bá rí ìgbádùn táwọn ẹlẹ́wọ̀n ń gbádùn lo ìbò ẹlòmí gan-an máa lọ fífa kóun lọ ṣe wíkẹ́ndì ńbẹ̀ but let me tell you kò yẹ wá ní Nàìjíríà tó bá ti ń rí níta máa fi pọlọ́pàá yẹn ni ẹ jẹ́ ká tètè make a solution fún ara wa ẹ wò ó ká pé lọ́ọ̀yà kí ni yóò wọ́ọ̀kì mọ́ babalágbájá ní òkò ẹ but jọ nítorí
ọkọ ká tiẹ̀ fún wa celebration díẹ̀.
jẹ́ ká ṣe because àwọn ọmọ yìí àti pé mo fẹ́ gbé láìpù àwọn ọmọ yàrá gbé láìpù wọn o.
100%.
wọ́n dẹ̀ ìgbọ̀n ìgbà táwa kéré làwọn ìyá wa máa ń sọ pé ọmọ mi ṣé ọmọ mi sọ pé ó fẹ́ look good now kò fẹ́ lọ sáàrin àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ kó lọ rẹpẹtẹ now kò fẹ́ máa jẹ́ business níwájú àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ náà so wọ́n kọ́kọ́ ń tọ́jú ara wọn náà wọ́n máa tọ́jú yín wọ́n máa fún yín something o but wọ́n kọ́kọ́ ń tọ́jú ara wọn náà wọ́n ti mọ láì pé àwọn gbọ́dọ̀ ṣiṣẹ́ káwọn dẹ̀ tọ́jú ara wọn ká bá ti rí torchlight kìíní yẹn jẹ́ ká fi sílẹ̀ ẹ wo orú máa yẹn sìn ẹ wò
ó ti lọ.
ó ti lọ now.
The wife will remarry because she's still a young girl.
She's a young girl. She won't she married by you.
2 years married, less than 2 years.
So listen, ìgbà tó ti fi sílẹ̀ ṣe rò kókó mọ́. Àwọn tó tiẹ̀ ti ń bro de gan. Nínú àwọn boyfriend tó máa wà nínú àwọn tó fight fún.
100%.
Àwọn nítorí ẹ̀ náà ṣe sọ pé ẹni tó bá torí obìnrin kan kú ẹgbẹgbẹ̀rún kíní kan agbórí ẹ̀.
100%.
Nínú àwọn tó fight fún àwọn tó máa nínú àwọn tó ti bẹ̀ fún báyìí àwọn tó máa wà nínú àwọn tó máa bá wọ́n ti máa
wọ́n máa hàn ilé ẹ̀ fún.
ṣé rò pé tó bá débẹ̀ yẹn ọmọ olówó ni náà ṣé rò pé fẹ́ lọ jìyà ni tó bá jáde bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn ó lọ jìyà náà ó lọ gbádùn ni so ẹ jẹ́ ká tètè tèrò ara wa pa ẹ má yẹ kán pèrò pé ẹ máa dúró síbẹ̀ nítorí pé òní wà ní nítorí pé òṣèkínní kan ni yes
kò ṣàìmọ̀ ṣe
o lè fi kó fẹ́ lọ tún ara ẹ̀ tó o lè fi kó fẹ́ lọ mọ bó ṣe ń hùwà kó wo pé jẹ́ ẹjọ́ babalágbájá ẹ jẹ́ ká fúnra wa ń gàpù díẹ̀ bóyá kémi lọ kẹ́yìn náà lọ most of the times ọkọ àti ẹ̀rọ tó bá separate they still come back together àwọn méjì ti lọ lẹ̀ bóyá ọkọ ti lọ fẹ́yàwó mi ìyàwó ti lọ fọ́kọ mi tó bá padà wáyé rí pé orí wọn máa ń pé díẹ̀ ṣe mọ̀
of course
ṣe tí báyìí kó lágídí jálẹ̀ o àwọn míì they will get back to normal point and they still live together ẹ wo àǹtí tó ń ṣe ìyàwó fọmọ wọn ní Nàìjíríà yìí èmi ò mọ̀ pé
I'm Sade Alesh.
Yes, somebody ló sọ fún mi pé ọkọ wọn wọ́n fẹ́ force husband wọn nílé ayé wọn wọ́n padà sọ́dọ̀ ẹ̀. Lady ẹ ló sọ fún mi níbi iṣẹ́ náà mo ní rírí àmúlùmú dẹ̀ láìkí ìgbéyàwó ọmọ wọn yẹn kíníkan lẹ́wọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí sọ story.
Kò padà sọ́dọ̀ Alesh o.
First husband ẹ.
Bí ìbò bóyá yẹn ni náà mi tiẹ̀ mọ̀ Adéoyè àbí kí ló kàn ní màá yẹn jẹ́
ìjẹun. Mọ̀ kọ́ tèmi fi ṣe mọ̀ tí mo fi mọ̀ ṣé ẹ mọ̀ pé first son wọn ìgbà tó dé Adésóyè ni wọ́n ń kì í. Adésóyè
lẹ́tọ́ fún.
ọmọ wọn ọkùnrin ọmọ àǹtí yẹn ọkùnrin.
Okay, so ti fẹ́ máa yẹn kó tó lọ fẹ́ Alesh.
Ó ti bí
wow. ní ìdí ẹ̀ mọ́ ẹni tí ń pa
wọn.
wọn.
àfi ṣe kí ni wọn wà ń kí wọn ní o pé ẹ wò ní ìsìn wọn dẹ ẹ wò wọn ṣe rí wọn bá obìnrin kan ìlú kan ni.
of course
Nàìjíríà
àwọn yẹn tiẹ̀ wọ́n ti ẹ̀fọ́ kúlà.
Nàìjíríà wo ni ò tán sí di wedding ọmọ yẹn because nítorí pé wọ́n rẹ̀ mí ṣe ìyá ọmọ wọn ni.
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni o.
ẹ jẹ́ ká rẹ̀ mí ṣe ìyá ọmọ wa o kò ń ṣe pé ṣẹ̀ládà wa single mother o àdẹ́ṣẹ̀ o bó o dẹ̀ tún jẹ́ single mother náà tó bá ń tẹ̀lé nìkan tí ò gbádùn.
Saheed ọmọọba ọmọ tó ọmọlọ́ba.
tó ṣe ìyá ọmọ ẹ o bọ́rọ̀ lé ayé ìṣeré rẹ̀ ẹ jẹ́ kẹ́ ló ní sọ.
ẹ ṣe gbọ̀njàre. The moment once we know that there is something they are always saying, and I really want to advise you professionally here, that some of us ladies that we call police for our men here, and they have tagged it as being westernized. I want to tell us one thing. It's a way to save yourself and save your man or your woman when you're having issue. I know to us is alien. I know to us we count it as a big deal. But I'm going to tell you, if the other thing happens, it will be worse for both of you. Let's assume you're just having, an altercation, a physical one. Anything can happen during the fight. Something that you never expected can happen. Like this lady's now might be intentional because she actually took the knife and it could be because of her emotion at that point in time. It was how she got there. To avoid anything like that, please don't forget what I do. I sell glasses. So please call me for all your glasses. Prescription, party glasses, anything, call me. Send mails to me. Send the DM to me. They have tagged our women as calling police for their men abroad. But I will professionally tell you that you're doing the right thing to save either of you or the children. I've seen a situation where one of them mistakenly, stabbed the child instead of, mistakenly, because they were having physical altercation. Anything can happen. When your wife or your husband or the children calls the police, it's not because they just want to ridicule you. It's to save either of you or the children. Do not see it as a big deal. Yes, maybe after that you can call yourselves to order and talk about it. Because I know a lot of Nigerians see it as a big deal. But most often yín, to save yourselves ni kò ṣe big deal. Ẹ lè máa jà lọ́wọ́ kí ibi tẹ́tí ń tira yín kẹ́tira yín lu ọmọ ṣubú anything lè ṣẹlẹ̀. Táwọn ọmọ yín bá sáré pe ọlọ́pàá, teach your children to call whether you are a man or a woman. Yes, it's the right thing to do. You have not done anything bad because you called the police for your men. I am not talking about those that you just want your men out because you want to inherit the home. I am not talking about you guys, oh no. Because some of you believe that you are abroad and they say, yeah, when a man does anything, call the police. Maybe the man is just telling you something, you just call the police. I just want this man out. You are going to end up a lonely woman. Are you here back there? I am not talking about people like you. I'm just giving a professional advice when it comes to physical assault on any of the two. Because anything, can happen while you're having physical fights. Do you understand? Tẹ́ bá ń jà lọ́wọ́, ẹ lè tira yín lu ọmọ, ẹ lè ṣe mistake gúnra yín pa, nínú bá ti ń bí èèyàn, anything lè ṣẹlẹ̀. You living abroad, please call the police anytime you are having such huge altercation. I am not talking about you that you are just here because you are now abroad. You want to show your power as a woman. You will die a lonely woman. You will die a miserable woman. If you feel because you are abroad, you can call the police or the ọlọ́pàá fọ́kọ ẹ, o kò fẹ́ kúkú nílé, mo kò fẹ́ lálàáfíà, ó pariwo lé mi lórí, ariwo ẹ ti pọ̀ jù. Wèrè ló ń ṣe ẹ́, ó fẹ́ lajú ni, wàá dẹ̀ lajú sí wèrè. That one is not the one I'm talking about, because so many of you that you want to become lone parents because of money, because of whatsoever, you will suffer it. I am not talking of those ones that really wants to just take the law into their hands. They want to take advantage of that law that favors women. I am not talking about you. I'm talking of the real life issue that you're having serious war, because I know most of you will say ọlọ́pàá ó depend lórí kí ló dé tí ìyàwó ṣe pọlọ́pàá sí yín. Tẹ́ bá ń jà tí o fún ìyàwó ẹ lọ́rùn, àwọn ọmọ ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ pọlọ́pàá. Tẹ́ bá ń jà tó fún ọkọ ẹ lọ́rùn, àwọn ọmọ gbọ́dọ̀ pọlọ́pàá. Nítorí láti save kan nínú àwọn ọmọ jẹ́ inú yín ni àbí àwọn ọmọ gan. Because tó bá pa àbí tí kòkó para àwọn ọmọ máa di ọmọ ọlọ́mọ ni o. If you are here abroad, tó bá pa èèyàn tó pa tí ọkọ pa ìyàwó, àwọn ọmọ máa di àwọn ọmọ ìjọba ni. And you don't want children, your children to be raised by the social services. Kò ṣe nǹkan tó dáa. Wọ́n lè máa gbádùn, but I'm telling you, do not pray for your children to be raised by social services. Ensure you do everything in as much as possible to save your marriage, to save your home, to save the children from trauma that comes with domestic violence. But if it comes to physical violence and any of you gets really mad and you're fighting, let the children call the police, or yourself too. You can call the police if you have the chance to use your phone. If the two of you are the only ones at home, your wife is fighting you physically and she's threatening to pie you, do not wait to be pie. Wàá kàn kú òkúkú gáfà ni, pé ọlọ́pàá síyàwó ẹ. Má sọ pé a kì í di kóòtù ìdọ̀rọ̀ rẹ̀, à ń di kóòtù ìdọ̀rọ̀ rẹ̀ ń bí ìlú òyìnbó. Call the police, they can help you out with that. And that does not mean you can sometimes you don't press charges. They'll ask you, do you want to press charges? You say no, but just to save yourselves and the children that are involved. Do you understand? So I just want to get that out, because I've been seeing a lot of people saying Nigerians do call police for their husbands, mostly ladies. But like I've told you, it is not for you to call the police because you just want to flex your muzzle. No. When you're having, just talk is cheap. Your husband can say anything to you or whatsoever, or you're saying something to your husband. That does not mean you guys can call police and start. You are even wasting our money in this country by calling unnecessarily police for what? You understand? But if it has to do with physical, please call the police. Anything can happen while you're fighting. So, and that does not mean you can press charges. You can decide not to press charges, and the two of you can always have time to speak on it. You understand? And it gives you more time to now have a deeper understanding of what is really happening, why that so much fight, and then they can help you out with support in the society, in the community. That's for us here. For you Nigerians, I don't know if you can call police when your wife is beating you or when you are beating your wife. I don't know of Nigeria, but I'm talking of here, that people have stigmatized ladies that calls police for their husband. I've said it, you can call it in some circumstances, not all the time. When there is need, when you know that there is need for you, man or a woman, please call the police to save lives. Okay, let's hear these people on this particular one.
Decision to pardon Mariam Sanda, that's convicted for killing her husband in 2017. This has sparked mixed reactions across Nigeria. Supporters view it as an act of compassion and rehabilitation, noting her reported remorse, good behavior in prison, and the need to reunite her with her children. They argue that the president's constitutional power of mercy is meant to balance justice with humanity. Critics, however, see this pardon as unjust and a blow to the rule of law.
So how many people are in prison that they have shown remorse, that the president has given permission to, has given amnesty to? It's because of our own position. Forget about it. It's Nigeria. It's because of where she belongs, the caliber of person she is in the society. How many people are there that are unjustly imprisoned? So many people are in Kirikiri. They have not looked into all those ones. This one has nothing to do with, she has shown remorse, she has compassion for children. Yes, if we have a working society where children's rights are being, looked into properly, you will know that when a thing of such happens, social services will have taken over the children, and you will be thinking, nobody will say because of children here, they won't imprison you. 90-year-old woman will go to prison. There was one, they raided some of these groomers. A 80-something years old woman was one of those that were arrested for grooming little children here in the UK. So àìmọye. So they won't say because of the fact that compassion on the children, when the society itself have rooted, services for the children they will take care of your children even more than you. You understand? So for compassion's sake that the president has given this lady, people are frowning at it, that it's not about compassion, it's not about because she's remorseful, it's because it has political undertone.
That's privileged and selective justice.
Aha.
They insist it dishonors the victim's family and sends a dangerous message that serious crimes can be excused under the banner of mercy. The debate now centers on a moral question. Where should society draw the line between justice and mercy? You can join the conversation on 02016
Justice and mercy. Can you imagine? Justice and mercy.
090241634440.
I mean, it's show what you call them
using the
down.
hashtag YourViewTVC.
Yeah, let's
So you
see.
can join this conversation. So presidential pardons is not something that is just done in Nigeria. It's
Everywhere.
done all over the world.
Yeah.
In fact, I had to research into
US,
some of the
don't
Greek
go to Nigeria.
history, where it started from, because I wanted to have like a precedent of where this started from. And I realized that sometimes, I think there was, when they newly started, for instance, Greek history gave that about 6,000 petitions needed to have been written by members of the public before somebody is given a presidential pardon. And when they saw that many people would not get a presidential pardon, because how do you get 6,000 people to come and say, okay, we want this person out? They had to move it to giving the leader at the time, or the king at the time, the emperor at the time, an authority to say I can, without having many people writing a petition to support that, right? And then it moved from, sometimes they say it is out of mercy, other times it's because there's a sort of political interest at the end of that presidential pardon. And from country to country, somehow they have adopted that the president has the power to look around and say, okay, you have been of good behavior in prison, you have spent almost all
half of
your
the
years that you're supposed to serve, and it's time to get this presidential pardon. But sometimes when it happens like that, the people on the receiving end, people who have been hurt by those criminals, for instance, in the prison getting that pardon, how do they feel?
I'm telling you.
Sometimes they feel so aggrieved. It seems like nobody is paying attention to their emotional needs concerning the situation, but just because government wants to do, pardon people and move on with the politics as it is. So I'd like to hear the initial thoughts of the ladies when you saw that this particular woman was pardoned among other people at this time. What did you think about it?
Okay, remember when this lady's crime had come to light, and it was really heartbreaking to see how an innocent young man who was fighting for his marriage, he said she had the temperament. She was, he always had to manage her, balance it with his family, defend her, stand up for her. And
some of you men, you understand, when you know the truth about the lady you have gotten married to, you know that Gensori has come. Did you hear that he has been managing her temperament for a long time? Some of you are falling in love for the wrong thing. I'm just in love with her. I know she has madness. I know I know she cannot take care. I know how hot she can be when she sees me with another girl. That's a red flag for you. And so you've been keeping quiet. You have been shielding her from the family members. This is the thing that will happen to most of you if you continue to shield any man or woman who has such temperament to buy you.
She had murdered him in the heat of an argument because, he suffered for being kind. And a lot of us, of course, stood on the side of justice. We thought it was unfair that she would do that and then
go scot-free.
Phone and try to hide it and call her family to hide under the protection of an elite family, influential family. And now she's simply benefiting from that as well, because now the argument online is that her family had written on her remorse, her good behavior in prison, and pleaded for this prerogative of mercy to be extended to her. and they also pleaded on humanitarian grounds on the side of her
children.
kids. The same kids she would not mature enough to look out for. So just, if she was looking out for them, that's why in Africa they'll tell the woman, wait till you gain, when it's made a sucker. For those who are even victims of abuse.
Yeah.
Wait till you gain, when you go in office, go tell them, why didn't you just divorce him and go? Wait till you gain. Even to divorce and live an abusive marriage, society blames women.
Yeah.
So for this kind of woman who could not even prioritize and get help with that she needed for her temperament or whatever mental health problem she was dealing with that caused her to be such a vicious woman to this kind man. Now, she's now getting that prerogative of mercy on that same humanitarian ground because of the kids. I do not fault the prerogative of mercy.
Okay.
And I do not fault the president exercising it the way he did. That's why it's a prerogative of mercy. Usually, after the Council of State has decided on those who are befitting of a prerogative of mercy, they do the list and send to the president.
Send to the president.
He amends the signature and they are free. They are either free to go, absolved of their crimes, but they are not free of the guilt. And the prerogative of mercy does not clear the record.
The record stays there.
All those politicians that got under the president's
The record stays there.
Buhari's
So that's
prerogative
not
of mercy
even
there
the-
that got away. It's like they think that it was pencil that write it. It's Teresa that wipe it, that kind of
It's in your
mentality.
record.
No, it's in the records. We're going to know you for the crimes you were convicted for. We're going to tell your kids of the crime their fathers was convicted for and the prerogative of mercy that their father enjoyed. Because we're a forgiving nation. So I cannot fault what the president did. I'm not in that boat at all. If, God forbid, I'm in a place where I needed the prerogative of mercy, God forbid that they are going to use criticism to bully the person that will sign for me. So it's when you're the beneficiary, I can't fault that. But the thing is that in Mariam Sanda's case, it's
it's a mixed feeling for everyone. Our own case is quite. Even the children, I wonder what the children will feel like when they grow up to know, because that guilt goes with you forever, no matter what. That's why we have to be mindful of what we do. The guilt will forever be with you throughout your lifetime. That you buy your husband.
I felt she really remorseful because she sees the life she just snuffed out of a young man, what she has cost his family, his mother and father, but she just doesn't want to account for her crime. She seems like a child who never was held to account, who never faced consequences all her
She's
life.
the only one that is
Who
remorseful
didn't
there.
think there were consequences. And so that emotion is disturbing me. It did not let the thing to rest.
Yeah. But she was
For me.
convicted in 2020 now. She's done
6 years of a life sentence for a murder, a gruesome, premeditated kind of murder.
A premeditated one. That's it.
This down.
6 years alone. Enjoy.
Okay.
Whoever gave Mr. President that list,
On this part.
Daddy me, President Tinubu, whoever gave you the list, those people that gave you that list, they didn't do it well, so that was a premeditated one, surely, because the guy went out, came back, they helped him with the wound he sustained in the first instant that she attacked him, came back, and in the middle of the night, you went to buy him, and then they are saying they are forgiving such person. They didn't do it well. Honestly, it's painful.
Because for me,
If you are a mother, and I can imagine the boy's family, they said the parents, the father came out today, which I doubt if it was that father, or maybe they pushed him out because they said that people have started talking in their place that why would they do that? Why would they give her mercy like that?
About Mariam Sanda, there's something else you talked about, that a pardon does not erase guilt, and that is why
The most embarrassing one is the man who was freed after soldiers killed several policemen
because they're giving them a
because
pardon
of him.
assuming
Can you
that they were
imagine?
guilty. So we'll see how that pardon works. But concerning Mariam Sanda, I too personally feel like she shouldn't have been given this pardon.
At all.
Not that no human being deserves pardon. We all do. We are all, we are all flawed. But
Do not allow them
I
to
don't
buy
think
you.
that it sends the right message. I remember how emotional it was. It was so hard to know that she had murdered her husband. And also the circumstances in which she did it. It showed that this was a man that was just willing to work with his wife. So, the kindness that you talked about. And then this was a woman who in the heat of whatever emotion she had, she killed her husband. And at the time she said that she went through his phones and realized that he was talking to other women. And she couldn't take it anymore. But then the way she killed him, he had multiple stab wounds.
I'm telling you.
So my thought is, in the heat of the moment, when you stabbed him the first time and you saw blood, why did you stop?
Fear will catch you.
You went over and over. You were ready for the consequences.
That's it.
You didn't care about the children. But during the trial, you see she had her baby, she was feeding her baby, and at the time she finally was sentenced, the cry, you could hear that this was someone crying from the depth of her heart, So a part of me too just felt truly sorry for her and for the children that they had brought into the world. So they had lost their father through murder, and they are now losing their mother forever. These children were orphaned as far as I'm concerned. So yes, that there's a possibility of being able to raise her children again. That is, that's good. But the family of the man, how would they feel about this? How would they feel that someone who gruesomely took their child's life is walking free? Is walking free.
Hey.
As you know, Nigerians, we laugh about a lot of things. A lot of people, men are coming out and saying, this is not the first situation where we've had a woman gruesomely murder her husband and somehow got away with it. So are we passing a message that men, it's okay if a woman feels aggrieved to the point that she murders her husband and she can, that somehow the law will look into her case and let her go.
It's a bad
So for me, I
signal.
just don't feel that it sends the right message. Which I'm sure she's truly sorry, but there's some crimes that when you commit, your life will change forever. You have to face that for as long as you need to face it. And if it was a life sentence, maybe it should have been reduced instead of completely allowing her
to go free.
Yeah, that's how we'll take a short break here. When we come back, we'll continue this conversation.
Honestly, my own thoughts too. One would have thought that she can be the sentence can be reduced. But for you, people will think it's right for you to do such crime. And most of the people that were given this amnesty, see this one, he said the most embarrassing one is the man who was freed even after soldiers killed several policemen because of him. You understand? So many of these people, a kidnapper, people that are kidnapping for a living. These are big kidnappers, drug barons. I mean, I don't know what name we are giving our country, honestly. I don't know, and this part of it that really taught me is this lady's own, because I know a lot of us are going through domestic violence, but I always give you one advice, that please do not allow a woman or a man to get you out of this world before you know what to do. You understand? If you know your relationship is not working well, like they said about her, she has always shown that attitude. She was a violent person. And most of you get into a relationship, that man is violent, that woman is violent, but you still want the relationship because you believe in love. Love is not all about love. It's like you marrying, somebody that your blood group are not, working well, and then you say because of love, and then you bring out SS children. You get me? But it's not all about love. It goes beyond love. When you know the character of this particular person, but you still want to go ahead because of maybe the family background, she's from a rich home or is from a rich home, or I heard of one story that they said they've been looking for a wife for that guy. The guy has real conscon, but their parents are very, very rich. And then the lady knew that, well, she went into it one night for Naija sef. Na so dem kpai am. We no hear the story till today. It's been a long time one. Can I Ayola TV 1. Ayola TV, hi.
Hi.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Ma. You've been making a very vital point, and when it comes to domestic violence, I think I have a stand about it, and it comes mostly from men. Yeah, not few of the ladies that will go out
Violent.
beating their guy or something.
Mm-hmm.
I think 80% is from the guys.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say this thing. In as much I'm being trying to be more emotionally sensitive about it, I will say the more fault is from the women.
Okay.
Yeah, and this is where I will tell you my own personal reason and opinion.
Okay, sir.
God created ladies to the level of being so sensitive, and they have this natural inquisitiveness to know the kind of man they are dealing with from day one. I will tell you for free, 90% of ladies knows the kind of man they want to get married to. They have that spirit. God gave it to them. They know this guy is not a good guy. They know this guy is a bad boy. They know it, but they just want to test on some things.
Even when you are dating, you will have seen that in that person. You know,
I don't know on earth. I don't want to say maybe love, because you said something now, maybe love. I won't say that. I can only go by your one point that you said maybe some guys are rich and some ladies can't live. I've never seen a rich lady, to be precise, a rich lady, a well-doing lady that will stand 1 minute of domestic violence. I'll say it for free.
That if financially she's stable herself and she's very, she will not go for any.
At least I'm over 38, and I will say it for free that since I've known from my childhood, I've never seen a well-doing woman or a lady that stands domestic violence for 1 minute. For 1 minute, I've not seen. They said they said there is. I said okay, there is. But I will tell you for free that maybe it's 2% out of 100. And if you ask the woman has something. There's a something reason behind being rich and still staying in that marriage of being in a domestic violence marriage.
There must be something she's getting out of that marriage. Not because
there's something.
Okay.
No ladies, because God even created lady, they don't even have that long patience. I will say it for free.
We do have no, sir. I disagree with you. We have patience. Women.
No, I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about some patients.
Okay.
I'm talking about patient of suffering.
Okay.
A patient of suffering. I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about normal patients trying to make marriage work regardless. I'm not talking about those things. Those things are individual differences. But when it comes to that suffer, no woman, no, I'm saying it too. Whenever they talk about domestic violence, I will blame the women. Because you will know a guy that will beat you. I cannot be dating you first day, second day, and something happened, and I'm all of a sudden my voice was on top, and I was trying to get near to you. It's just that there's something that I want to do. Like there is something. So even if I'm keeping it, one day I'll still show it. And ladies know all these things. But when they now ask them, they will not say, they'll say they love. It's not in love. Have you seen a rich lady that accepted domestic violence from a poor man? Nobody.
Nobody. You don't get money, you still the beats.
Person no give you food for house.
He don't
buy you wig, take care of you. Still they beat you and you did the marriage. And I've never seen it before. I've never seen it. Maybe the guy is using juju now. I don't know. But since I've been on this earth, I've not seen a rich lady who will take domestic violence for 1 minute. And I will say it for all ladies. I will say it to all ladies. When you see all these traits, there will always be a better person.
God bless you. Don't settle for less.
Don't wait because of one iPhone 17 or 16 or he's giving you one money, so you want to stay with him. He's taking you to UK or US. He's taking you to Canada. Don't think of all these things and just kill yourself for nothing. When you see all these traits, just walk away. Don't stress. Walk away with. Don't bother. There's nothing like it will change.
My dear brother, I said it before you came. There's nothing like it will change or she will change. No one changes. Once you're married,
You want to change. Someone is beating you. You want to change. Because I think 4 years ago, 3 years ago, I had some friends who would come to me that they are female friends that they would tell me they have a issue with their husband. What happened? And he beats them. When I give them a judgment, they started having issues with me. And I'm being factual. Madam, you knew this guy was beating you right from onset. Because I remember when he bought you a car. These cars, you cannot return it. Those are the reasons why you eventually married this guy. But this guy has been beating you for years, for crying out loud. So why are you now complaining now? I told her, you can't complain to me. You accepted it from onset just because you don't want to lose some things. Now, because God has blessed you now, you've used the guy to step up. Now you are complaining. You can leave the marriage, but don't come and tell me
you never knew
love that made you stay there. No. Because I was there, this guy will yell at you outside. Yes, we'll go to club. This guy will yell at you just because he has money and he's taking care of you. And I'm very sure the way he used to yell at you then, I said, I'm very sure he will be beating you at home. And he said yes, but I thought it will change. Don't lie, it's because of the money. I now told her, I said, this my other guy that was doing his PhD and doesn't have money, assuming it was the guy that was talking to you like that,
you will have walked away like so you don't get money.
You would have walked away now because he doesn't have money. So I'm begging ladies, and I will take that. Ladies take the full responsibility of the issues of domestic violence. Regardless anything you've done, I don't want to know. You can be disrespectful. You can be saucy to your boyfriend or your friend or your husband. The moment he beats you, just go home. They go. Don't bother to stay. Don't bother to stay at all. Don't bother to stay. But my host, I won't lie to you. All these things that I'm saying, if you ask those girls, they will tell them they've had you is a lie. They will
still go for, well, God bless you. But we will still talk to them, sir. I understand. I don't, Mr. Ayo, on Instagram about 2 or 3 months ago, there was one lady that shared her story, and it was real. Like, she showed all the bruises and everything, but she said she couldn't leave because of love. But people said, even on that comment, they were saying they know her very well. That's not the first time the guy has been beating her. That anytime he beats her like that, he gives her money. The guy is a yahoo bobo.
Before Uncle
on IG.
They can, because, and you know the funniest thing is that
Auntie Ajoke, Mr. Ayo, please, I'm sorry for the interruption. Okay. Please let me tell you, some poor men.
Can you just give me 1 minute? 1 minute, please. Go on. Be talking. I want to go.
Yeah, some poor men that don't say it's only rich in you. Some poor men want to shake me for. This
is what I say.
Sometimes are very.
Miss Jumi.
Yes.
Let me say this. I said it in quotes. I said I've not seen a rich lady in quotes that will take domestic violence from a poor man. It is just a,
no.
Yeah, I said I've never seen it. Poor to poor, now.
No. Yeah, that's true. Because the only people don't man take it. Some of them. The only problem is that they are parents, and thank God for this JC. I love them, baje. You cannot push them into pit. So you can never push them into pit. They will tell you, Mom, live your life and let me live. Dad, live your life and let me live my life. I like you. JC life. I love them.
But those Gen Z now, let me now tell you. because I'm closer to them. I'm very closer to them because I have younger ones. Don't want borrow. But one thing is that all this Gen Z, all their boyfriends that are doing all these things that has money, they used to beat them, but they will not say it.
In Nigeria, have you?
They used to beat them. Share more ẹjọ́ tí mo máa ń parí ni.
God.
But kò sí ẹjọ́ kan tó ń gbé wá síwájú mi. You cannot just bring it to me. Just know that as a lady, you will get gas goes from me because I'm not being sentimental. Oh, there's something boy, man. This guy he has been beating you now. Why do you stay? You stay because of money. You want to kill yourself because of money. Someone is beating you. You can just die.
I'm telling you, in the process.
Some people are psychopaths. They can beat you and they just be like, okay, this guy did not want to
Mr.
kill
Yo.
himself.
Mr. Yo, is he in Nigeria?
In Nigeria.
Oh, okay, that's ṣé mo pé Ọlọ́run ṣàánú wa ní Nàìjíríà kó jọ kó bá wa tún wa ṣe kó fowó kẹwàá kó fọlá kẹwàá tí ọmọbìnrin ò bá ti lè dúró on their feet pé I want you cannot see ó ṣe pé mò ń torí pé mò ń gbá abroad I love what we am because àwọn ọmọ ìlú ìwọ̀n ò ní ever gbà ó ń torí pé
you cannot even yell at them.
Yeah, you can honestly
good day.
It's financial stability is another issue with us.
You can't even talk to them rudely because that's why tí mo ṣe máa ń wò pé tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ àti Àjọkẹ́ wọn ní àwọn ọmọ olóyìnbó wọn dúró lé ọkọ wọn ṣe kinní kan wọn
lára láti take all those bullshit.
because wọn lè ṣe kinní yẹn wá yé mi náà ni pé lóòótọ́ máa ní àwọn ọmọ yìí wọn nǹkan tó bá fẹ́ náà máa sọ fún ẹ pé àwọn ò fẹ́ nǹkan tó bá fẹ́ wá ti sọ fún ẹ pé nípa àwọn ò fẹ́.
Peace of mind over everything in
ṣẹ́ni tẹ́lẹ̀ níbi ìgbà kan tí mo bí 2000 kìíní kan 2000 ní àwọn ọmọ olóyìnbó tó bá ti marry by before you know it.
òun lẹ́ni iná sọ ó ní àwọn ọmọ yahoo máa ń nà wọ́n ṣeré lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ni òun náà sọ ń bí báyìí Mr. Adéwálé
ṣẹ́ni àti Àjọkẹ́ gbà yẹn àwọn ọmọ ìlú ìtàn bá ti marry bí 2005 2002 tẹ́bárí wọn tán ti wà marry by tó jẹ́ àwọn ọmọ tó yẹ pé Yorùbá ni wọ́n làwọn parents wọn méjèèjì before you know it wọ́n ti jà wọ́n ti divorce ẹ máa wò pé kí ló ṣe tó
ṣẹlẹ̀.
most of those things tó tẹ̀ máa jẹ́ kó divorce ni pé kò lè séyàn tó pẹ́ nílùú òyìnbó tó jẹ́ obìnrin tó dẹ̀ dá kan ṣe wọn kì eléyìí tó ń sọ pé
àpàtì ẹyẹ tiẹ̀ wá kọ́ Mr. wọ́n á rí pé àwọn parents wọn ni àwọn ẹ̀ rí pé àwọn parents àwọn náà máa ń dá wàhálà lẹ̀ ìyá àti ìyá wọn lè máa jà kán ti ní problem níta tẹ́lẹ̀ káwọn ẹ̀ tó má rí àbí kó jẹ́ pé wọ́n lọ lé àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ sọ àwọn ẹ̀ ti ń fòfin lélẹ̀ sí pé lè wá lé àwọn kẹ́ wá ṣe kìíní táwọn bá invite ní kẹ́ wá ni ẹ̀kọ́ ni máa wálé àwọn kẹ́ máa dá wàhálà lẹ̀ káwọn máa enjoy marriage àwọn so you cannot see them pé wọ́n wá di pé kìíní àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ ti wá níìsí wọ́n ti ń pẹ́lẹ̀ ara wọn dáadáa wọ́n ti ń ṣọkọ àti àwọn lè lọ́lé wọn kẹ́ẹ̀kan ní àmọ́ ń bọ̀ mo fẹ́ máa bá yín pé àbí kìíní kan wá ní irọ́ ni o but thank God ọmọ dọ́tà mi sọ pé mọ́mí thank God pé ṣé mo mọ̀ ń sìn pé àwọn ilé tó ń kọ́ sìn wọ́n ti ní parent attachment grandma attachment ó ní really ó ní lóòótọ́ ni náà.
àwọn lọ jù wọ́n sẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ inú ilé.
ẹgbẹ́ ilé náà kọ sí àti Àjọkẹ́ ẹgbẹ́ ilé lè bá wọn wà nínú main building gangan tó bá wá kí ẹgbẹ́ flat yẹn apartment tí yín wà lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ ibẹ̀ lẹ́ máa dúró sí àwọn yẹn wọ́n fẹ́.
US ni
kẹ́bọ̀ àwọn ìwọ̀n ọ̀fẹ́ wà láfura wọ́n fẹ́ gbádùn láìpẹ́ ara wọn ni gbogbo nǹkan táwa lé wọn ò lé ṣe rí problem ti Nàìjíríà yẹn kọ́ ló ń ṣàánú wa iṣẹ́ ò dáa.
iṣẹ́
ló máa ń mú ẹlòmíì bẹ́ẹ̀ à.
ẹ̀gbọ́n náà ọmọ yẹn máa ń nà wọ́n ṣeré ni.
Ọlọ́run ròyìn o Ọlọ́run aṣàánú wọn Ọlọ́run aṣà ọkọ tó ṣẹlẹ̀ nípa ẹlòmíì mọ̀kọ́ tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ẹlòmíì fẹ́ lówó kò fẹ́ ṣiṣẹ́ that is the problem o fẹ́ lówó o fẹ́ ṣiṣẹ́ apá ẹ̀ tọ́kọ ẹ bá ti gbé ẹ sílé tó ti gbé jíwà kan sí ẹ̀ǹdì àbò gbé mọ́tò kan tí ò gbádùn kan sí ẹ̀ǹdì tó lè fọwọ́ ara ẹ̀ tó lè ṣiṣẹ́ apá ẹ̀ tó lè rà ó wá di pé kó wá máa bú ìyá ẹ̀ kó máa bú bàbá ẹ̀ kó máa ní Ọbàtálá lòun fìdí ẹ̀ mọ́lẹ̀ Ṣàngó Olúkọ.
ẹ wo Portable yẹn ẹ wo Portable.
ẹ wo kò tí ì ra mọ́tò fọmọ yẹn o kò tí ì ra kọ́kọ́ fún owó oúnjẹ mo máa ń fún lọ́wọ́ oúnjẹ náà ṣé ti ẹ̀gbọ́n kan tó tuntun ó lóun gbà tó bá wọn parí ìjà ń jẹta òun lọ síbẹ̀ òun tó lẹ́ni òun tátátá ẹ̀ nínú mi kí fẹ́ sọ lágbèjì ó dẹ́tì òun tátátá ẹ̀ nínú àtẹ̀yìn òun fẹ́ yọ ìdùn ẹ̀ lé lọ́wọ́ níjẹta àbánà òun fẹ́ yọ ìdùn ẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ nígbà tó wá ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ tán inú ẹ̀ wá dùn ló wá ní ó yá kó mú fóònù ẹ̀ wá nígbà tó wá mú fóònù ẹ̀ lòun wá wo fóònù ẹ̀ ló wá rí kó ti ń lọ pé àfà. Look at that.
Tutu gbogbo àṣírí
Look at that. Wọ́n náà tó pé dọ́mẹ̀sì yẹn èèyàn kan gba fóònù ẹ̀ ó tí ì delete gbogbo nǹkan tó wà lẹ́nu fóònù ẹ̀ olùwà sọ fàlà àfàfà kó máa bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe òkun ẹ̀ ó ti jẹ oríṣiríṣi ó ń náwó ẹ̀. Ṣé àti àjọkẹ́ ṣé ó tún wá ní sísù kí pọ́tébù pé ọlọ́run jọ torí ọlọ́run ṣó yẹ kó gbèrú family matter yẹn.
Kó tún gbé wá síta. Ìyẹn ti hàn like bó ṣe sọ pé owó làwọn ọmọ yìí owó lọ́mọ and it's true. It's all about money. Oh God, you too much. Imagine. So even tóbìnrin yẹn sì Mr. because à ń kọ́gbọ́n ni kí ni kéèyàn look out for in a woman, you know, that you know, like I said initially, you know, there are some women that once you're dating them, you know that naturally, because they said this particular lady tó pọkọ ẹ̀ wọ́n she has always been a violent person and ọkọ ti ń keep ẹ̀ fáwọn ẹbí for a long time ó ti ń cover her up until this. What should we look out for?
Ọlọ́run dáríjì mi wọn bú òkú orí ọkọ yẹn ọmọ pé tiẹ̀ tó bá tẹ̀sí pariwo mọ́ mi tó ti ṣe kúrú girigiri mọ́ mi mo èmi tiẹ̀ ti sá lọ kò sí bí ìfẹ́ yẹn ṣe lè strong tó orí mi lè jẹ́ kó tì mí ṣiṣẹ́ tí wàá gbá mi lójú màá gbá tèmi padà kò possible so má tiẹ̀ jẹ́ fẹ́ tí wàá fi gbá mi lójú torí mi mọ̀ pé mi ò lè fọwọ́ kàn ẹ́. So don't push me to where I will even hold you. I could remember.
Àtẹ̀jọ́kẹ́ ìjọ máa mo ní question kan. Ṣé ọkọ yẹn mi tí nítorí mi tiẹ̀ wá rántí mọ́? Ṣé ọkọ yẹn ló ń ṣe àgbèrè ni àbíyàwó?
Ó ká ìyá ọkọ ẹ̀ ó lọ wo ojú fóònù ẹ̀ ló bá rí nudity ladies nudity nǹkan tó fàjà nìyẹn.
Ókè mo rántí ìyá ọkọ ẹ̀ ló ká. But ṣé ẹ̀bùn ṣé ó tó tọ́ ẹ̀wọ̀n mi sọ o? Nàìjíríà tó ọmọ má kọjá ìyá ara ẹ̀ tó o bá ti léèyàn ọmọ léèyàn ló ń gbé Nàìjíríà ló ń gbèlú wa o ọmọ eléléèyàn ló ń gbé ìlú wa but the only thing ni pé àwọn ọmọ wúmà yẹn ṣe rò pé story yẹn pé bàbá àwọn ló ìyá àwọn ló pa bàbá àwọn ṣe rò pé àwọn ẹ̀ máa forgive.
They won't forgive their mother forever. Almost they will grow up to see what happened and she can't even be the same again. That's the truth. She can't be the same again. She can't be the same again.
Àwọn yóò lè dáríjì náà pé ẹnìkan pa bàbá wọn so ẹ máa wá ní pé kẹ́ni yẹn ó wá di ọjọ́ ọ̀la káwọn ẹ wá dàgbà àwọn yóò lè lọ́ọ̀fẹ́ so báyìí tán ṣe sọ pé because of the kids àwọn yóò lè lọ́ọ̀fẹ́ kò lè lọ́ọ̀fẹ́.
It's sad. So let's see what to say. We have seen now that most of these our ladies, like a man has said here, that most of them they know, they've seen it. I've always said it, you will have seen the red flag, but you want to just get married for the sake of marriage, some because of family, some will say, yes, I just got married.
Most because of money. Most because of money. That's the reason why they stay in a domestic violence marriage. Most, 90% of it. I'm saying it and I will continue to say it. I've never, for once, see a rich woman that will take a domestic violence from a poor man. I've never seen. Eléyìí tó yẹ pé tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Abuja ńgbà ẹ̀ mi lè gbàgbé. Lady yẹn medical doctor ọkọ ẹ̀ I think ọkọ ẹ̀ kí ló ṣe engineer lọkọ ẹ̀ àwọn méjì jọ wà òkè ni wọ́n jọ wà òkè yẹn nìkan lójú kan ṣe ló gbá etí lady yẹn lọ́jọ́ kan lady yẹn dẹ̀ ó fà divorce straight ni. Kò sí kò lè dúró ní kò possible. Because kí ló fẹ́ ṣe òun pa òun pa kí ló tó fẹ́ pa mí ni ò lè pa mí àná obìnrin dẹ̀ lélẹ̀ tóbìnrin bá rẹ̀ ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń lówó tọ́lọ́run ti ń dá wọn lóhùn wọ́n máa ń ṣẹ́rìṣẹ̀ bí wọn bí obìnrin máa ń ṣẹ́rìṣẹ̀ bí ẹ̀ bí ìgbà yẹn lẹ máa rí obìnrin tó yẹ pé
who wan die
obìnrin wọn máa wá ṣẹ́rìṣẹ̀ mi wọn bí
ọba lónìí
ìfà àtijọ́ tó bá ní kọ́ máa mú mi wọn ní mú mi mọ́ tó bá ti tóbìnrin bá ti lówó.
Thank you so much.
So
ẹ ṣe gan ni
Hello, ẹ kálẹ́ o.
ẹ kálẹ́ mà o ẹ fẹ́ ganu sí kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀
Ọjọ́ mẹ́ta.
yẹsùn àṣẹwà òkè wa.
Okay, mo wà dáadáa. Èmi ò lọ́rọ̀ púpọ̀ tí mo fẹ́ sọ. Bọ̀ èmi má sì máa sọ kinní kan ṣá máa tẹnu mọ́ wípé ọ̀rọ̀ ọkùnrin àtobìnrin ìwọ̀nba nìyẹn lè dá sí mọ́. Because bọ̀dá yẹn ti sọ lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ wọn ò ní gbọ́. Àti Àjọkẹ́, look at it from this angle. Ẹ wo péjì yìí lé ní ìsìn kò sí traffic nítorí kò kì í ṣe conversation that has to do with other people, that has to do with celebrities. Tí ó kì í ṣọ̀rọ̀ lọ́rọ̀, I understand. Because bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ti ń sọ̀rọ̀ látẹ̀kàn, bẹ́ẹ̀ ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ ṣòro mo ti wọlé. A lot of people are in this kind of marriage and relationship. Gbogbo nǹkan tẹ̀lé ń sọ ó ń ta bá wọn one way or the other. So guilty conscience ò ní jẹ́ kó dúró láti gbọ́ program yín délẹ̀. Because the moment ẹ ti ń sọ tòótọ́ wọn máa ní rubbish ló ń sọ lálẹ́ wọn ò rí nǹkan sọ. Because ẹni tó wà in an abusive relationship kò ní ever gbọ́ kò dẹ̀ ní ever rí. That is why I used to say it. Nǹkan tó bá máa le ó máa le. When it is time to go, the person will go. But tọ́lọ́mbá níbẹ̀ náà ló máa gbà kú, ibẹ̀ náà ló máa padà gbà kú sí.
What that means?
So I don't advise people who are in a relationship. I would allow you to go and do your thing. I would only give a general opinion. As a matter of fact, in Batin, so I will let that person know, nothing more so he won't come about you, mo kàn sọ pé tó bá jẹ́ mi. This is what I'm going to do for myself. Because people who are in love are always blind.
Love is blind.
They are blind, they are deaf, they are paralyzed. So when that time comes, when it is time to go, irú wọn lè máa rí pé wọ́n máa ń padà lọ lódì débi pé nǹkan kékeré báyìí ló máa ṣẹlẹ̀. They will now say, no,
I'm not taking it.
People will now be like, ó ti rí nǹkan tó gbélé lọ, but you didn't
leave.
So relationship àṣírí kan wà láàrin Ọlọ́run àti relationship ọkùnrin àtobìnrin. Because ẹ máa rí ọkùnrin ó máa lu obìnrin láàárọ̀ báyìí wọ́n máa wọ́ra wọn dé station tílẹ̀ bá tún ṣú wọn á tún múra wọn nù yàrá wọn á tún bára wọn sùn. The next thing tẹ́ tún máa rí ni wípé obìnrin á tún lóyún. Why do you think our police officers don't
get
take
involved
domestic violence serious?
In Nigeria.
They don't take it serious in Nigeria. They don't. They will tell you if you want let up daily one lo settle it. They will tell you it's a civil matter. Because people have ridiculed
marriage,
domestic violence in Nigeria. Not even marriage. People
domestic
have ridiculed
violence.
it to the extent that if you are your neighbor fight, they will be to police station.
Abuse you.
They will tell you it's a civil matter, two fighting. So in the case of this girl, I think people in Tinubu'S cabinet has failed him. Yeah, they have failed him. They have probably
I said it because for gbogbo àwọn list tó fún Tinubu ni
they have
first compliments.
They have probably given, if he doesn't know the mother of the girl directly, they are probably giving him the wrong information. He probably doesn't have full details of what he has signed for. In the case of the kidnapper, the guy is actually from Delta State. Nigerians ourselves, we have failed ourselves. because I saw videos of the people of that guy's community
In fact, rejoicing.
jubilating.
In fact, a kidnapper.
So if Tinubu watched that video, he would be like, well, these are his people jubilating. How come you are saying Nigerians are not happy? Who are these people jubilating? Because I've seen one of the guys he kidnapped that came outside and say his ordeals, what he went through in the hands of that man that kidnapped
Wow.
him in
One of
2013.
the
Yeah, I saw the video today.
Good in it.
So, Auntie Ajoke, Nigerians have failed Nigeria.
Oh God.
This is about people that has failed ourselves. This is not about government.
Even if it is in the Kanugon, not Efisile, what do you think? Because I know Nnamdi's
Let me see, anybody that is violent, anybody that can sit in one corner of his house and say, oh, you people should not go out tomorrow. If you go out, they will kill you.
Because of that Nnamdi's own.
Such a person should not be out there. Such a person is an animal.
I think that's what people are still saying about Nnamdi.
You're killing your own people because they refuse to listen to you. You're not killing other tribes. You are killing your own tribes because they refuse to listen to you. Nnamdi Kanu is not different from this kidnapper. He's not different from this girl. Even if he's not the one that carried the gun, even if he's not the one that carried the knife that they are using.
But their own thing is that they are out there saying they are asking for their own.
The words that comes out of your mouth, your action is treasonable. It's treason. There are some things, even in civilized world, even in America and other countries, if you say some certain things, they will tell you this is treason.
Yeah, you're right, 100%.
As much as there is freedom of speech, there are some certain things you don't say. Even in UK that we are. I made a statement today at work. I wanted to describe someone. And I said, oh, did you just employ that black lady? A white girl told me.
And you are black yourself. They won't say, they will say it's racist. They will say, they won't think.
Do you know what she told me? She said, do you know you could get arrested because that's very racial? And I corrected her. I said, no, it's not racial because I am black. As a matter of fact, I'm Nigerian and she's also in Nigeria. So if we say there's freedom of speech, why would we say calling another person black or white be a racial statement that could actually put me in jail? So, in short, Nigerians have failed Nigeria. The government have failed Nigeria.
Oh, why? Sorry, I have a question.
People in relationship are stupid. Even me, myself, I'm stupid in love.
We are all stupid in love. I think Mr. Yo wants to ask you a question.
Okay.
You said the government has failed. In relation to this domestic violence issue, the release of this woman, like, how do you think government has affected the domestic violence of stuff or what? Like, I don't know.
Okay, I just gave you Auntie Ajoke said something that if you call police in the UK, just tell them that, just shout on that phone call that, oh, he's got a knife. The police will be here in less than 10 minutes. As a matter of fact, you find probably 3 police vehicles in front of your house.
100%.
If you scream and shout to a certain extent, you would not see when you go outside. They are inside their house and they are calling police already. They will not come out. They will not come and knock on your door. But they will call the police that we could hear noise from so house. So, police is part of the government, whether we like it or not.
Yeah.
Because they are justice. They are part of the justice system. So if I call police
Young
and take my
person,
husband to
yes.
the police station, or I call the police that okay, my husband
Our
wants to kill me,
president.
and they tell me that hello, you're doing she won't fail a meeting more so follow up. What to fail me now? I'm more civil matters there, but before I left Nigeria, I used to go to court. My father used to take me to court. And when I see cases of husband and wife in court, it's a laughable matter because at the end of the day, even the judge, they don't take this matter seriously. The ones they take serious are the ones that happen amongst the elites. Those are the ones you will see on news. Go to customary court. Customary court is a joke. Customary court is a joke, a total joke. That's where you find all these charge and bail lawyers. So the government has failed us. There is no law that protects women
and
There's
children.
the laws that protect children. I don't even think there is law that protects children.
There is, but I don't think they take it to
It is.
cognizance. It's
It
just there.
is
The law
as
is just
okay.
there. Like
Auntie Ajoke, kí n sọ part kan fún yín lénìí. Ẹ wo nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Senate lénìí. Tí Natasha Akpoti ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa àwọn girls tó wà Libya. Nípa àwọn warders tí ń bá wọn sọ, tí ń bímọ. That they need to protect the children, they need to protect the women. Wọ́n dẹ̀ ní kéèyàn kan dìde láti second the situation nǹkan tí Natasha sọ. Nobody was ready to do it.
can you imagine?
Is that not a joke? Is that not government failing Nigerians? Just because you have a personal beef with someone,
With her,
you refuse.
just because she's just coming back and you don't even want her there. You
Exactly,
know.
you
So whatever bill
refuse.
she's bringing out, you want to step it down.
The senator had, the Senate president had that anybody that want to second, nobody
came up.
Will the Senate president start begging them to second?
No, it's not because of no. She's not saying the senator should do. No, not the president. That everyone we have failed ourselves, all because they are all supporting the Senate president definitely. So they don't want to be seen as being against him and supporting Natasha. So whatever Natasha is bringing to the table, nobody will second her. Forget it.
But to be frank, let me say this. The Senate, what she said or what she's not saying, this thing still boils down to the youths that are talking mostly about politics, acting as if they know politics. This is where we need to be so serious about choosing our senators in our constituency, because when some people will come, they will talk about the government, they will talk mostly about the president. They don't even know the name of their senators in their district. In their constituency. They don't know the House of Rep.
Even their ordinary chairmen, they don't know the names. Ordinary chairmen.
This is where we send useless people to the Senate. Because I saw the video, I was like, truly, wow. No one could second on Mr. what she said.
Mr. Ayo, please hold on. Let me say this. I'm not trying to say what you're saying is a lie. But here in the UK, I've lived here for a while now, and I can tell you for free, most people, except the ones that are engaging in politics or are sitting on the TV watching the news, most people don't even know who their councillors are. Most of our Igbo, and the system still works. And as a matter of fact, most of our Igbo away.
But we don't. Before we can analyze this thing and compare it, you know, the system of government UK is practicing is constitutional monarchy compared to federal constitution.
Okay, Mr.
We have to take a fight and look into our senators.
I don't, Mr. Ayo, let me tell you something. I do not support I do not, how will I put it? I do not say that Nigeria has to be like UK. Me, I used to even say that if Nigeria is like UK or is like US, life will be difficult for Nigerians. Àti Àjọkẹ́,
Yeah.
mo ní tí Nigeria bá dàbí UK tó yẹ pé the same law là ń lò, everything ṣe ń work in bí. Mo ní
If you
life
work,
máa
sir.
nira fáwọn ará Nàìjíríà because you pay for everything. Èèyàn mélòó ló ń san
No, so
road tax ní
tax.
Nàìjíríà? Road tax nìkan, ẹ jẹ́ ká mú láti bẹ̀. How many people pay road tax? Between the age of 18 and 25 in Nigeria, mélòó nu 18 and
So,
25 Nigerians ló ń san tax and they are working and they are making money.
no, but if you're working directly, the government they take it directly from local. I mean,
if
no,
you're
the
working
with
that is if
government,
you're
even
working
with
government.
private. If you're working private scheme on one song, they pay tax, except if
Auntie
you're,
Ajoke,
you know.
Auntie Ajoke, I know. But as a business owner, even in the UK, you still pay tax. Yes or no?
But in Nigeria, you can evade it, but they have a way of getting them now.
That is what I'm saying. There are so many things in UK that you can't evade, you can't escape it. When that time comes, they will catch you.
Oh, yeah, we.
The law is too strict. Like the case of this girl now, fine, I understand that the UK government might not tell her that, okay, you have to spend life in prison. In most cases, one can really run your loss life to back pine.
But she will serve her term. She will serve her term.
They can give you 30 years, 40 years. They can give you that. But they will not tell you that you have to serve life. No. I've seen an Oyibo girl that told me that don't back my boyfriend though, but about 20 years.
Yeah, but they will serve the term. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
it's not as if they will just they will serve the term.
She told me, who want a boyfriend though? I want to be at the age of 15. Because by the time tó ń bá máa fi jáde, òun ṣì máa hot. That was what she was saying. So
Uncle Shege.
In this case, Auntie Ajoke mi ní take time. In this case, àwọn cabinet Tinubu wọ́n fẹ̀lẹ̀ gan.
Seriously. The list itself, the whole list, we read contact with our drug barons.
And if they want to make amends, this is the time for Sheyi Tinubu to step in because this matter involves youth.
Wait, are we talking about those people they released?
Every one of them.
Yes, now.
Okay, this is
the list includes this lady now.
Please, we need to first cover the constitution rights of being like they want to process a pardon.
Okay.
It goes wait because
Mr.
now
hold on.
Because,
Let me
just conclude.
This girl has not even served for
6
10
years. 6 years.
Let me conclude. Things work differently in different places. Both Nigeria, UK, US, Australia, Canada. They have different constitution and the way the laws makes their thing. Okay, this is a presidential pardon. Not as if president will go to what am I going to call it? Ishish prison and start saying you come out here. These are the people.
Did you hear the part I said is cabinet fielding?
Let me just say it. Let me wait. These are the people that will come from the grassroots. These are the people we nominate people inside the cell within the warders. The warders we nominate, the commanders we nominate. The moment people are in the prison, everything is equal there. One. And they will now nominate all these names.
But do you think this list that you are looking at does it reflect what you are talking about?
Just serve for 5 years. 5 years. 5 years.
Let me
They will never nominate such a person. 5 years.
Let me just say it.
Okay, go on. Let's
just
allow him
conclude.
to finish.
Then let me just conclude. They now did all these things. Regardless, most of people they released, I think they are more dangerous, which I know. But there's some things we call they follow the normal procedure and protocols of law.
Okay.
To get to that presidential pardon. And let me now make an elastic example of it. I think last year, when I went to visit my sister in Maryland in the US, in DMV, I spent like a month, and there was a news then about, no, that was 4 years ago, sorry. There was a news then about a young guy, which is 16 years old, that killed his classmate. They are 4. He killed them in DMV. They took him to the courts. This year, my sister was sending the news to me 5 days ago that they released the guy based on good attitude. Someone that killed 4 young teenagers. But if this thing should happen in Nigeria,
Which part of America is that?
DMV.
Which part of
DMV.
My brother, there must be something. Maybe that killing is
DMV.
not like.
He
Oh my
killed.
God.
I can send you the link. I will DM it to you.
It
We
depends
don't
on
need,
what.
we don't because
it
because
depends-
the way.
excuse me,
Wait,
Mr.
let me just
it
conclude.
depends.
Let me just conclude. Then you can put. You can now put and add or ask me question. But if this thing should happen in Nigeria,
People
they
are
will say
saying it's
the
a lie,
government
sir.
failed.
They said it's a lie.
But when I now asked a friend of mine that is a lawyer in America that why this thing happened, like he said, this is different law. This child killed at the age of 15. And now it's a time for them maybe to just sort out some people who has new life, who has turned to new leaf, who are doing good in the they call it juvenile. I don't know how those places they used to put young people who commit bad crimes. They said, and this is the time, and they be like, okay, shit. The parents of these guys came out and they were crying that wow, justice is not served. That is United States of America. But people are not talking about it. But people will see all these things in Nigeria, they will say the government has failed. Okay, what happened? These things are different. That is what I just want to say. You can talk.
That one is 0 for the. You said the other one is 17 or
15 years. He committed
That
the
was
offense.
what my lawyer friend said. He said it's because he's young. It's because he's young. Go there, pay your be Mary. Ó pa èmi lára kò wù mí kó release ẹ̀. Èmi wà Naija inú bí mi pé báwo ló ṣe lè release bọ̀bọ̀ yìí tó pa ọmọ mẹ́rin. Ìkan lára àwọn parents yẹn ó ti wọ́ ọmọ ti pé ọmọ kan péré ló bí. So all these things ó pínlẹ̀ra ni. Ìkan tí mo kàn fẹ́ sọ nìyẹn pé wọ́n dẹ̀ ọ̀rẹ́ mi tó jẹ́ lọ́yà yẹn prove ẹ̀ fún mi pé it's because he's young pé ká ní kó dàgbà ni pé kò sí kan tó máa fi release ẹ̀. But too young. But thank you said it.
But man àti woman dàgbàlagbà.
But this particular one now, that people are, why they outrage, is just the list of people, the kind of crimes.
Criminal, all of them.
The kind of crimes. Abi, am I not saying something about Obalo because that is just the crimes that are involved. You understand? Drug barons. And then when you look at the way they perceive us.
Nigerians ourselves, we have failed ourselves, and the government is also doing everything possible to continue to fail us.
Let us start from ourselves. Let us our personal self.
Mr.
Yes.
We are saying the same thing.
Yes.
Because tell me why a kidnapper would terrorize a certain place for many years.
We come back and you rejoice. You'll be carrying placard and
you
dancing.
Rejoicing.
This is weird. I used to say
tax now introduced. So you can't introduce the tax.
Even this guy, if he's a Robin Hood,
Ṣé ẹ kàn introduce ẹ̀? Mo yẹn ni mo fẹ́ mọ̀, mo máa get yín, ṣé ẹ kàn introduce ẹ̀?
Ẹni sọ̀rọ̀.
Màá sọ why tó yẹ kàn ṣe introduce ẹ̀.
Ẹ jẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ tí mo fi ní èmi ò ní so much ju pé àwọn Mrs. Jumi and Mrs. Oba, I think they are paying taxes where they are.
We are paying taxes here. We pay tax here too.
Let me give you.
We pay serious tax.
Let me give you my spiel. Maybe it's about tax. If you read much about the tax, because the little I've read about it, I think it's mostly going to affect the richer people. Because I was saying that
probably 20 million. No, how much is 20 million? How much is 30 million? 50 million?
Sir, you know what everybody calls mekuno is different from what some people will call mekuno. The mekuno that they are saying is that if you are at least if you are making 1 million naira in a month, I think you are not paying any tax. Any suru work or something or
Yet you affect the sugar daddy back.
I think the tax of a thing you pay.
We have already had a tax. Tax wa ni epo tí Ọlọ́run fi bless Nigeria. Kí la mú bọ̀ bẹ̀ láti many years wọ́n ti bí mi. Olójẹ́ kẹ́mi àti yín wá síbí. Kí ni wọ́n fi ṣe ẹnu wọ́n sì nǹkan tó fi ṣe? Mẹ́pẹ́ ṣé mo parọ́ ṣé tax wọ́n lè po? Ọlọ́run bless ní ní tax yẹn látọ̀run wa ni kí lè fi ṣe? Ẹ fi ṣe kọ́ fi
lépo.
Lépo tẹ́ ẹ ló láti.
Lépo. Mr. Ṣẹ́gun.
APC ni mo tó APC ni.
Ẹ jẹ́ sọ̀kọ̀ fún yín. Kì í sọ̀rọ̀ APC. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n ṣàlàyé fún yín. Ṣé rí gbogbo kínní yìí ó wà ẹ lọ fast track yẹ. Báwo lẹ ṣe feel pé Nigeria make maybe 2 million barrels per day àbí maybe 800,000 barrels per day? Ẹ dẹ̀ feel pé ó máa tó èèyàn 220 million. Ẹ wá ń compare Nigeria mọ́ Qatar tó jẹ́ pé population wọn ò ju 4 million people lọ. Epo tó dẹ̀ ń ṣe pàdé.
Kí ni population?
We are overpopulated.
Kí ni population? Saudi ńkọ́?
Ẹ wo population wọn sá mi ò ṣe rí gbogbo tí bá ń sọ mo máa ń sọ pẹ̀lú fact ni ẹ wo lórí gọ́ọ̀mù.
Ṣé ìwọ náà máa wò tó bá.
Kò sí mi ò kí kò sí nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ sọ because gbogbo kìíní Saudi population is I want to confirm it 32.2 million. Wọ́n dẹ̀ kẹwàá gọ́ọ̀gù iye crude oil tó máa make per day. Nigeria we are 230 million. A máa pọ̀ gan.
Bọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ náà la ṣe ní wealth náà.
Níbo ni wealth yẹn wà tó tó ni?
Epo yẹn.
Ẹ dárúkọ ìlú tó pọ̀ tó wà
Nàìjíríà.
Wọ́n ní wealth.
Ṣé ti dé Abuja rí owó wà Nàìjíríà?
Abuja mò ń gbé. Abuja mò ń gbé wà lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ mò ń gbé.
Mo gbé bẹ́ẹ̀ rí.
Ṣé ẹ mọ àwọn tó finish Nàìjíríà àwọn civil servants ni?
Wow.
Civil servants ni wọ́n ní Nàìjíríà.
Civil servants àwọn ló mú.
Ní nọ́mbà one àwọn tó fa ayé Nàìjíríà jẹ́lẹ̀ wọ̀ yẹn. Ṣé báwo ni ẹ jẹ́ kí n sọ fún yín Mr. Ṣẹ́gun tó bá fi yín sípò gómìnà lé ní kò sí kan tẹ́ máa mọ̀ fún Títóbi Olúwaṣẹlẹ́rìí. Ẹ máa pe secretary tẹ́ ẹ bá ń bẹ̀ last ni. Secretary tẹ́ ẹ lọ bá.
No. Mo sọ lórí bírí ẹ máa gbọ́. Uncle mi ẹ mọ̀ pé last name tó wáyé pápí Abuja lẹ́wà. Uncle mi ní FCDA director Mr. Alhaji B.O. Adigun London land ṣóyè a máa ń wọ ọ̀dọ̀ Òsèlú ìṣeré gbogbo ó yẹ fẹ́ ti mọ̀ ó ní land FCDA director tó ti yé yín. Mo sọ ní platform kan rí ẹ máa gbọ́ illustration tí mo fún wọn ni ẹ gbọ́ ṣé mo parọ́ mo ní àwọn permanent secretary director wọ́n máa ń lówó ju minister lọ ṣé mo parọ́ ẹgẹ́ ìtẹ̀ minister yẹn wá bóyá oúnjẹ máa gbọ́ o ilé òkú mi yẹn ni mo gbé l'Àbújá o minister yẹn wá kò sí bí gbogbo tí ò lè lé sí bàbá kan náà ìyá kan náà ló wà ti pọ̀ sí mi dáhùn àti àṣìjọ ń jáde gbò ṣé àkè minister wa wọ́n appoint political appointment ni We are here, 3 years. Uncle me one day, only one day for 20 years. Only one day for 30 years. Oh no. Oh, Mama, Kekere. Oh, I want to permanent. I want to say, so the woman know what you go on. Go on, Juloni, each. Again, you know me, okay, just off the table. Minister, thanks. Popular Nigeria.
Nígbà tí one of my brother tó jẹ́ secretary kan ní Abuja kò pẹ́ ẹ̀ ní wọ́n gbé kúrò bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n yẹ lódò tó ti gbé padà lọ sí. Nígbà tó dé tó ti sọ pé ilé ò mọ bó ṣe ń lọ wọ́n kàn wò pé kò sí kan tí lè fẹ́ ọ̀fà gbogbo tó wà kò sí kan tó mọ̀ kò mọ bí Tinubu'S wà kò mọ bó ṣe fẹ́ gbé nǹkan síta tá a máa sáré bó 2 billion 8 billion.
I knew you are correct. Everyone should believe me. Yeah, correct. Minister Elimo, bí ó ṣe kówó jẹ àwọn director yẹn àwọn private secretary wọn sọ fún yín you're right. But àti àjọyọ̀ wọ́n náà ìtòbọ̀ ẹ máa kówó jẹ jù mí lọ o. Èmi wà bẹ́ẹ̀ for 30 years. So that wọ́n gbé yín wá for 2 years. Ẹ kó 50 million jẹ, èmi kó 50 jẹ. Èmi náà bá mi lẹ jẹ, èmi kó 50 jẹ. Wọ́n tún bẹ́ẹ̀ lómi wá, èmi tún kó 12 jẹ, ìyẹn tún kó 60 jẹ. Èmi ṣàǹkó jẹ lọ́wọ́ ṣàwà bẹ́ẹ̀. Sọ́dọ̀ máa lówó ju gbogbo yín lọ. Torí mi wà bẹ́ẹ̀ bàmá náà kéékèèké lẹ́bẹ̀ẹ́ kó jẹ.
Ṣé ti gbọ́ pé pamsec kan rí kó lóun fẹ́ gbàgbó tí mi? Wọ́n lè gbàgbó tí torí wọ́n lówó.
Wọ́n lówó tó ń rí.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ sù you are correct.
Ṣé ní ọ̀pọ̀ tó sọ pé òun fẹ́ pamsec kejì kó fẹ́ lọ gbàgbó tí kan orí burúkú kan rí ni? You cannot live where oil wà àti ibi tí owó wà nìyẹn. Wọ́n gbé mínísítà bọ̀ báyìí wà kọ́kọ́ lọ júbà sẹ́kítírì ní pamsec pé ó kì í bá la ṣe ṣe.
Ẹ má bínú Ọlọ́run dáríjì mi má fọ̀rọ̀ lọ́rọ̀ gbà mí lẹ́nu. Ẹnìjọ́ mẹ́ta táwọn ará káńsù àwọn obìnrin káńsù Èkó tó ń kú àìsẹ́dìmọ́ láwọn civil servant ibẹ̀ ló máa jẹ́.
Àwọn obìnrin yẹn àbí àwọn obìnrin tó ń kú lẹ́nu ọjọ́ mẹ́ta.
Àwọn obìnrin yẹn ò fọwọ́ síbi tọ́wọ́ ń gbé.
Kábíyèsí o.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni wọ́n ṣe pé obìnrin làwọn òde lè bá civil servant fà wọ́n á pa ẹ̀dá.
Wọ́n sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n ròyìn wọ́n lọ burú gan.
Ẹ wá ní Nàìjíríà dáa mo ti gbọ́.
Èmi náà mọ̀ pé kò lè dà mo ti máa sọ fún yàn púpẹ́ o.
Because ṣé ìjàmbá ọkọ̀ tó dùn mí jù irú ókè jẹ́ pé lè ṣe example minister of works pẹ̀lú gbogbo coastal road tó ń ṣe yẹn. Ṣé mọ̀ pé gbogbo minister ẹ̀ ó sì máa gba pamsec gbogbo ẹ̀ pátápátá wọn máa padà gbogbo wọn ti ní percentage bó ṣe ń lọ yẹn o.
That's correct. Ṣé ẹ máa
in the next 2 years ó máa kúrò ń bẹ̀ o.
Ọmọdé ṣe ògúnléwé.
Clark á sọ fún yín pé kí fáìlì yín tó lè déwájú ọ̀gá ẹ mú percentage tèmi náà wá. If not ìsàlẹ̀ ní fáìlì yẹn máa gbé.
So problem ti wà láti ilẹ̀ gbogbo is fundamental.
Nígbà tó bá tún yá àti àjọ̀dún
Mrs. Ọba
tún láwọn àwọn
òbí. Ti gẹ ṣe Clark tẹ ti wá dárúkọ yẹn tẹsí ní àgbà security tó wà lẹ́nu ọ̀nà tẹ́fẹ́ fi wọlé ńkọ́. Security tó wà lẹ́nu ọ̀nà tẹ́fẹ́ fi wọlé pamsec àbí mínísítà ńkọ́. Ṣé mo yí owó tẹ̀ dì lọ? Èmi láwọn èèyàn tẹ́ pé wọ́n bribe security ní 500k kan wọ compound. Kò tí sọ assurance pé wọ́n fẹ́ rí mínísítà àbọ̀ fẹ́ rí pamsec l'Abuja bí. So ṣé ibẹ̀ yẹn ṣé character flaw ti wà ní gbogbo ọmọ ènìyàn tó wà nù country yẹn gangan bẹ́ẹ̀.
Àwọn gan tá ìgbélé olówó l'Abuja yẹn gan tó máa ń lọ gan abẹ́rẹ́.
Ṣé wàá rí gbogbo àwọn civil servant tó lè gbèkì owó yẹn? Wọn kì í brag o, ẹ lè rí wọn kọ́ lọ ra.
Àwọn ṣe lókì ni.
Ẹ máa gbọ́ ṣẹ́rí ọkùn mi lọ́jọ́ tí cousin mi kan mo ní cousin mi ará àdúgbò mi nìbàdàn ó wá mi wá síbẹ̀ l'Abuja ó ní kí ni mo ṣe ń bí ó lóun ṣáà ti ń wálé yẹn kiri ó ní adúrú ilé ìmú bí ó ní ṣe mo mọ wọ́ọ̀sì iye tí wọ́n ra lẹ́bí ìwé nígbà ṣe àbúrò bàbá because mother side mi ló mọ̀ tí ò ní nǹkan kan tó yẹ yín ìgbà tó rí tí mo ṣí gèdè ẹ̀ mo ní àbúrò bàbá mi lónìí bàbá kan náà ìyá kan náà tó bọ́ bàbá dìgún mò ń jẹ́ ó ní rọ ni bàbá kan náà ìyá kan náà mo ní ẹ̀ ó ní ẹ̀ tó kọ́lé sí ilé bílíọ̀nìyà ni mo ní mo mọ nígbà tí dẹ́ẹ̀dì dẹ́ ń bọ̀ torí àǹkárá lọ́rùn wọn tó yẹ tó ń bọ̀ láti mọ́ọ̀t ó lọ kún mi nìyẹn o torí ó lò lé oníwà fẹ́ ẹgbẹ́ gbá wà fún ìgbọ́n lórí.
àǹkárá dùn yìí ẹ máa rí wọn tó máa ṣá ẹ̀pà jẹ́ bí ìgbèrò lójú títì.
girlfriend wọn.
wọ́n pè é o àti àjọkẹ́ wọ́n pè é bọ̀ wọ́n pa kò sí ẹ̀pà rọ́rọ́ rà.
àwọn tó ń gbé nàìjíríà làwọn ń gbé wọ́n mọ gbogbo ẹ̀. irọ́ ni o.
náà tẹ bá rí àwọn ilé ní west káàkiri Àbújá
ẹ lè fi ó dìgbà tẹ bá rí
ìbámu ti dárúkọ ẹ pé Alhaji bí wà àdìgún ẹ ti máa mọ̀ bọ́bá sọjọ́ ṣe dé báyìí lórí táyà gbogbo wọn.
girlfriend ló máa ń gbowó wọn máa ń tẹ bíi 20 million béèyàn tó ta 10,000 tó bìnrin ni.
wọn ẹ wo ẹ parọ́
ṣé ẹ ṣeré ni.
ẹ wo ẹ ti mọ ẹ ti máa kú bí wọn.
girlfriend ọ̀rẹ́ ọkùnrin mi kan mo tẹ forúkọ Bola ṣìírí girlfriend ilé méjì ló ń sọ
ọ̀sẹ̀ mọ̀ wọ́n tó sọ àwọn ilé yóò parọ́.
ọkùnrin mi yẹn àkàrà kan ló máa ń wọ̀ lọ́fíìsì. wẹ́dà ṣe rí nàìjíríà ti wó tipẹ́tipẹ́ má jà stress.
ó ti wó tipẹ́tipẹ́.
tipẹ́tipẹ́ má stress ẹ̀ tó pẹ́ tó ń ṣe.
so ká má blame president nìyẹn àbí.
President.
Because
that is why, Auntie Ajoke, that was why I made a statement that this is the time for Sheyi Tinubu to start.
Because he's out there, he's closer to the youth and he's closer to the masses.
Exactly. He's close to his father, he's close to the social media, he's close to all these celebrities.
Okay, let me now say this. This is Mrs. Oba, you have a very, very vital point. But this is where I want you to see it from. Let me now tell you. One, let me now say it. Hope we know that all state salary, president, the triple. As in,
yes.
No, hospital all over Nigeria.
Mr. Shegun. Mr. Shegun. Oh no, ni mo fi sọ fún mi sọ bambi lẹ́ẹ̀kan. Mo sọ fún wọn bí lẹ́ẹ̀kan pé the constitution, the system of government we are using gives all these states autonomy power to do whatever they want to do with their states. Even the president
They have autonomy.
This one has been given triple of the salary. People are in for one, triple it, don't for one every month.
Yeah, but it's not go show now.
Are not doing anything.
Go show it's not about that. It's not reflecting in the economy.
All these governors are lawyers, state house.
Mr. Ayo, please, point of correction.
Okay.
We are not discussing politics in general.
Oh.
Why I mentioned Sheyi Tinubu is based on this issue
Particular
we are discussing about
this one. Okay.
We are not talking about general politics.
Let me now say the reason why.
Hold on, sir. The reason why I said I'm not saying that he would have anything to do, but he is a very good influence on this case towards his father. All he needs to do is inform his father that Daddy, this is what people are saying. Daddy, did you look into this matter properly? Can we do a personal investigation? Can we have our own PI? Why?
It's autonomy.
Can we have our own PI to look at this case thoroughly? How did this girl end up in your list? How did you sign it? Who gave the order? Where did it come from? Was it the directors of prisons that put her name up? Who were the people that put her name up? Who are the people connected to the people that put her name up? These are the investigations that should be done. Why do we have influencers? Influencers are meant to influence a product. So Sheyi Tinubu is an influencer
For this
Nigerian
government.
youth to his father. If many Nigerians came outside yesterday to celebrate his birthday in many states in Nigeria, so why can he not represent the youth of Nigeria to have this case looked into thoroughly? Why can't he use his own personal funds and do his own personal investigation and submit it to his father that, Dad, I have looked into this. If you want to do your own investigation, go ahead.
Go ahead.
But this is my own assignment that I have done.
This isn't looking well at all.
Exactly. But for the other kidnapper, this is my own view. Auntie Ajoke, election is around the corner. All these people are desperate. Tinubu can see that things are not looking good for him in the face of the youth. He needs every hands on deck.
Baba Sumulere, you think that is God's mercy on that lady? Is that what you're saying, ma? Okay.
Mercy.
God's mercy. When it
happens to somebody that we know, that is where we will that is when we will understand that cooking mercy. So as for the kidnapper, I know Tinubu needs every hand on deck because he knows that he is not looking good, even though economically Tinubu is trying. But you know, I don't want to go into full politics because I understand it. Economically on the ground, Tinubu is trying his best, but there are some certain northerners that are frustrating, and it has always been like that anyway. Northerners will always frustrate the government. They will always do that to prove a point, if not for anything, to prove a point of power.
Opposition.
But Mr. Yo, I'm not talking about.
No, I'm saying those people.
No, it's like opposition. This is
I mean
supporting you.
Opposition like
it's corroborating what you're saying.
You will be surprised that it might not be even opposition. It might be people under his cabinet. So don't be surprised anyway. But what I'm trying to say is, we need somebody like Sheyi Tinubu to call his father into this case. They should look into it. It shouldn't be a pardon. It should have been a case of, okay, you've given a life sentence. We are reducing it to 25 years. We are reducing it to 30 years.
Thank you,
which we know that under the calendar of the prisons, you might not even spend up to 30 years. Exactly. So, but, well, I don't know if the deed is done already, if she's out there. But if she's out there, she's lucky. If it cannot be reversed, she should do better. And my advice to men and women is generally, Yorùbá ni màá fi sọ, ẹ mọ̀ pé Yorùbá lè máa fi ń parí ọ̀rọ̀. Tá a bá ń sunkún, a máa ríran. That's my own take in this conversation.
Lórí ìrọ̀rọ̀ ìfẹ́, tá a bá ń sunkún, wọ́n ní pé máa ríran, ẹ má lè, love is blind. And then you get into a messy one. Ọlọ́run ṣàánú wa.
Ìlú le.
Ó yá, ẹ jẹ́ ká conclude. Mr. Ṣẹ́gun Àdìgún, lórí ọ̀rọ̀ marriage, kí lẹ fẹ́ advice àwọn bí, generally about relationship when you can see yourselves that, you're getting into a relationship and it doesn't look well and you're forcing yourself into it. Or you are already in it, ẹ wà ń bẹ̀ ẹ dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé yes, kíní yóò dáa fáwọn ọmọ gan, kí lẹ advice àwọn èèyàn.
Akéèyàn ọkọ wà separated ni ó sọ ọkọ ní kókó ọkùnrin lè mi abroad ọkùnrin.
Mo ti sọ. By the time we start separation, things will go better. Honestly, we are not used to it in Nigeria. But yeah, let's separate for a while and see how it works.
Yeah, I work. Yeah. I mean, wọ́n kọ́kọ́ jáde ń bí náà mo dẹ̀ rọra lọ gba kíní kan mo dẹ̀ rọra ń gbádùn mo dẹ̀ lọ máa ń gbọ́.
Àwọn ọkùnrin Nàìjíríà wà shallow minded.
Ó ti lọ dún ẹlòmíì ti do tẹlòmíì bá ti lọ dún ẹ ń ta.
Àwọn ẹni the nice environment tó bá lọ́ọ̀bù ọmọ ẹ ó ti bímọ fún ẹ náà wàá fi lé yẹn lẹ̀ fún wọn.
Freedom Disha, how are you?
For me, if I want to say my own, life is not hard. Both gender, ọkùnrin àti obìnrin. Because Mrs. Jumi was asking that kí ni èèyàn máa rí kéèyàn tó sọ pé òun fẹ́ fẹ́ yàwó àbò fẹ́ fẹ́ ọkọ. There is nothing, no. There's no angel anywhere. You choose your own poison or your own devil that you can deal with. Simple as ABC. Choose your devil or the poison you can deal with. Nobody is perfect anywhere. Okay, choose your poison and devil you want to deal with. Obìnrin, choose your poison and devil you want. No perfect marriage, no perfect relationship. You have to manage yourself. So manage, just choose your own. So whenever anybody comes to me and tell me, my bros, kò sóbìnrin kankan tó special níta o, kò dẹ̀ sọ́kùnrin kankan tó special tó perfect rather níta. Just choose your own poison and your own devil. Tó lè cope pẹ̀lú.
Mr. Ayo, kí lè rí sí ó yẹ ká máa rí Mr. Ayo, ó yẹ ká máa ṣe pé ká máa rí ní marriage certificate.
Kí ló dé?
Driver license.
Mr. Ayo, orí ò sọ pé kí lèyìn máa rí o. Mr. Ayo ṣe ń gbọ́ mi.
Ṣé dé ayé?
Mi ì sọ pé kí lèyìn máa rí ojú tàwa yìí, ó ti rí òkú, ó ti rí ọ̀sà. A lè gbé èèyàn kalẹ̀ ká lecture yìí fúnlé ayé. Kí lèyìn máa rí kẹ̀? Èèyàn máa rí oríṣiríṣi náà. Mo ti sọ síwájú náà pé you will see a lot ọkùnrin tó bá ti ń fẹ́ lọ́nà. Tó bá ti ń rí pé ó ti ń di gbàgbó sàbí tó ti ń fẹnu abuse ẹ̀, tó ti ń fi gbogbo ẹ̀ abuse ẹ̀, tó ti ń kọ̀lẹ̀ ní names tó ní ìwọ tó ugly, ìwọ tó lè dá nǹkan ṣe, ìwọ tó ṣe kíní kan if not because of me. Don't try to marry somebody tó bá sọ pé if not because of me. Má fẹ́ o. Ẹni tó bá ní àti ò bá ń ṣe mí, tí ò bá ń ṣọlá mi, tí ò bá ń ṣe mí, wo irú àwọn ọkùnrin bẹ́ẹ̀ ìkà ni wọ́n ò fẹ́ kó o débì kankan nẹ. Irú àwọn tó máa ń sọ pé bí irú pọ́tébù ògómìlẹ̀ ń lò, irú ọkùnrin bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn máa padà.
Without me, you can't be anything.
Ṣé nǹkan tí mò ń sọ yẹ yín ọkùnrin tó bá ti ń sọ pé ògbómi ló ń lò yẹ ibi tó bá ti ń sáré kiri kó máa lò ibi tó bá ti ń sáré kiri bá ti ń sọ pé ògbómi ló ń lò yẹ wò ó gbàgbé ẹ kò sí nǹkan kan àbí tó bá ti di pé mo lọ bì kan wọ́n ní wọ́n ló ń ṣe mí ṣọkọ tiẹ̀ ṣé nǹkan tí mò ń sọ yẹ ojú tàwa yìí ti rí òkun ti rọ́ṣà àìrè tó a lè sọ so many things.
Ìjọ tóbìnrin bá ti understand pé èjìká nífẹ̀ẹ́ wà ìjọ yẹn ló ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní.
Push it down. Push it down.
Èjìká nífẹ̀ẹ́ wà. Ó máa easy láti bọ́lẹ̀ ni.
I have a question. Ọba lónìí. Ẹgbẹ́ ṣé èèyàn máa ń súra wọn?
Why not?
Definitely, yeah.
Ẹ̀yin máa ń jẹ́ ìbàlódé. Ẹ bá jẹ́ kó máa sùn nínú.
Tony, reality now. Sometimes separation will help out.
Ìwọ tó ń gba ẹyin àwọn agbọ́kọlérí plan tètè ìjọ kan lọkọ yẹn máa jábọ́ lórí o. Ọkọ ò ṣe gbé sórí o. Ọkọ mi ni ọkọ tèmi ọlákìnní kan ọkọ tèmi lágbájá mo trust ọkọ mi ò jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀.
Ọkọ mi Ṣẹ́gun Àdìgún mo máa gbé sórí kí á bá báyìí.
Ṣọ́ọ̀kì tí ọkọ yẹn máa fún yàn lé ayé yìí Ọlọ́run má jẹ́ wà láì ó máa láǹdì sẹ́ emergency room.
Kábíyèsí.
Wọn ló máa ń gbẹ̀yìn sí mẹ́ta òun.
Ọkùnrin wà láì.
Àti àjọkẹ́ ẹ̀jẹ̀ kò kọ́tà tí jù lè sọ ẹ̀jẹ̀ kò sọ. Ṣé belief tèmi Ọlọ́run ṣé bí mo bí obìnrin mi ò lè parọ́ náà. Ọlọ́run kò bless mi lóbìnrin mi ju ọkùnrin méjì ẹ̀ máa gbọ́. Ṣé èrè mi máa ń sọ kíní kan? Ṣé rí owó?
Ẹ tún ti dé rọ̀lẹ́.
No.
Ẹ wo ẹ má máa fira yín all men are the same thing. Ẹ má máa fi ṣe kí ara yín.
Gbogbo ọkùnrin ní kábà sọ fún ẹ̀ kí n gbọ́.
Ẹ má máa yọra
We
yín.
are not the same. I'm getting married. I've never slept with any other woman. I'm different.
Wow.
This is
Ẹ̀yin yàtọ̀ nìyẹn o. Mo láti bí ẹ̀yin.
Àǹtí Àjọkẹ́,
It's not easy.
Àǹtí Àjọkẹ́, ẹ jẹ́ kí mi béèrè ọ̀rọ̀ kan
I
lọ́wọ́
just
bọ̀dá
want
yìí.
to have that character. It's not easy.
Wọ́n á káwọn tó bẹ̀ náà, ọkọ̀ tí wọ́n sọ la gbọ́. Kò sí evidence náà.
lẹ́yìn mẹ́rẹ̀ẹ̀rin ti ń pariwo látàárọ̀ o.
Bọ̀dá yìí, èmi fẹ́ béèrè question kan.
Ẹ béèrè
Ẹni
mà.
since you got
Married.
married,
Yes.
kẹ́ ẹ tó marry nǹkan gbà tẹ́ ẹ̀ date, ẹ ṣe àbẹ́ ẹ̀ ṣe.
Yeah, let's talk about marriage now. For a man to have kept to himself after marriage.
Àǹtí Àjọkẹ́, I have a reason for asking. Ṣé ń gbà tẹ́ ẹ̀ date, ẹ
Nígbà
ṣe
tá a
àbẹ́ ẹ̀ ṣe?
nígbà tí mo
different.
propose ni mo ti stop. Ọjọ́ tí mo ti propose ni mo ti stop. Ọjọ́ tí mo ti mọ̀ fọ́mọ yìí lọ.
How long ago? Ṣé 2 years, 1 year ago ni?
I'm talking of 4 years now.
Mr.
Ẹ ṣé ni wọ́n sì iná jìnnà náà.
4 years is a long time for a man to keep. 4 years, bro. I'll try you.
Ẹ jẹ́ kó jẹ́ 30 years. Ṣé wọ́n sì máa ṣàp? Wọ́n ti lè súra wọn báyẹn.
No matter 4 years, no pay for Nigerian men.
I've been to Colombia, I've been to Mexico, I've been to a lot of places for vacation.
Marriage is different, but I mean, you're right.
So I have every reason, and to at least to a guy, I'm 6'1", and I'm not bad.
Freedom Joshua, thank you, Jerry. Nice coming here.
The same height, Elijah.
And God has blessed me with money that I can use to do.
Hey, why should she know? Get Charlie latte for 4 years. Hey, yato. Oh yeah, Mama was too late. I can go from Mama Surulere.
And this is the reason.
Erotic ball. Oh yeah, it's a reason. Yes.
Ẹ káàárọ̀, ẹ káalẹ́, ẹ káàsán.
Yes, ma.
Uncle Ayọ̀, mo máa ń gbádùn ẹ the last is it on Wednesday? Mo máa ń gbádùn ẹ. I love ìyàwó yín délẹ̀ o.
Oh, bless you. I get to try one latte. God bless you. Èṣù oníyà yín o.
Tó bá pẹ́ 20 years, Mr. Ẹ máa wọ Guinness Book of Records.
Anyways, as we speak, I am still the best of my kind. That is it.
Uncle Ayọ̀, ẹ dákẹ́ jàre, I love you. Ọmọ olúbo ní Uncle Ayọ̀.
Ọmọ Ondo State, Ondo Town, ìlú tó ti ń ṣàgbèrè gangan, ibẹ̀ ni mo ti wá.
Àwọn òdòdó òdòkó òdòbò.
Uncle Ṣẹ́gun. Ẹ jẹ́ kọ́kọ́ correct yín níbi kan, ẹyọ kan ni mo ẹjọ́ náà bínú tí mo bá kéré sí yín. Láti fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ àwọn top ní Nàìjíríà yìí, ẹjọ́ má máa dárúkọ wọn, ẹ kàn máa yan ẹjọ́. Kò sẹ́ni tó máa dìbò but ẹjọ́ èmi kò fọ́ kẹ́rọ.
Ẹjọ́ lóòótọ́ ni kò tó sọ, èmi kan ti fẹ́ sọ pé because kò ṣe pé ẹ̀fẹ̀ lọ lé o, ṣẹ̀gbọ́n àyọ̀ àfààní tẹ̀.
Ẹ wá gbé wọn ṣèlú wọn kò bá wa tì wọ́n mọ́lẹ̀.
Lóòótọ́ ni èmi náà ti ní màá sọ mà.
Ẹni ìṣúra àti ojú mi olórúkọ mi ni ẹ mọ̀ pé nǹkan tẹ máa ń jẹ́ kó jẹ́ kidnapper nǹkan àwọn kìíní yẹn ló máa ń kọ́ ọ̀sẹ̀ but it is well Ọlọ́run wà pẹ̀lú wọn kọ̀ọ̀kan ló ṣe wọ́n. Ẹ jẹ́ wọ́n padà sọ́dọ̀ sùn ojú mi olórúkọ mi Àjùmíkẹ́. Ṣé ti rí ilé ìtẹ̀sọ àti ọba lọ́la ọ̀rọ̀ tí kò bọ̀ ẹ jẹ́ ká yan ìta yan lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí. Ẹ sọ pé tóbìnrin bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní gbé ọkùnrin sórí egun ogún àbí bá lè ṣe pé mami àǹtí mi.
Èsórí mo sọ mà.
Wọ́n gbé sórí.
Pé kó máa dá nǹkan tí mo mí ni pé ọkọ mi ni I trust my husband. My husband cannot do this. My husband first trust yourself first. Nǹkan tí mo sọ ni ẹ mà. Kì í ṣe pé mo ní pé kéèyàn kan máa ṣe. You have to act bí ìyàwó gidi.
Ẹni sọ̀rọ̀ wọ́n ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ wọn pé ìgbẹ̀lú ìjọ ṣe kínní ní àwọn ẹnẹ́jọ ọ̀gá àjọ wa mí. Ọba lọ́la wa ọba lónìí ní èjìká ni kó máa gbé wọn sí wọ́n lè tètè máa jábọ̀. Kò lè jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Níbi tá a ti ró lórí rẹ̀ láti ró lórí burúkú kò lè jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀.
Thank you, ma.
Kò lè jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ jẹ́ àsọtọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ fúnra wa because ṣẹ́rí a ti ń jẹ́ kí single mother kó pọ̀ gan-an sí pẹ̀lú àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ tá a máa lọ sọ. Orí
Thank you.
ìgbà kò ní mú ọmọ àdúrà tó yẹ ká máa gbà ní.
Àmín.
A ní sọ wípé nítorí ìyá méjì ìyá ní ọkọ gẹ́gẹ́ tẹ̀ ń sìn pé èmi náà ibi tí mo lọ yẹn mo lọ fún ọgbẹ́ àwa tó ti wáyà yẹn sílẹ̀ fọmọ nìyẹn. Nítorí kálukú kọ láti gbé ọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀ ni kò sí obìnrin tó máa ní ojú òun yìí rẹ̀ kí lèyìn ẹ̀gbọ́n tó tòrò ojú èèyàn náà máa rí.
Oh no, ma, any sùúrù ẹ jẹ́ kí n sáré correct kí n tó wọnú ilé ní ọbíṣẹ́. Nǹkan tèmi mí ni pé I'm not talking about that you have to be submissive to your husband. Mi sọ yẹn o. Ọ̀chẹ́ láwọn kan wà, wọ́n ń jẹ ìyà yẹn gidigidi. Rí ojú pálí, but they are still saying my husband. Irú àwọn èdè mi sọ o. Ọkọ tó bá tọ́jú èèyàn, ọkọ tó bá ń tọ́jú èèyàn, tó bá ń ṣèké èèyàn, ọkọ tẹ́ ẹ̀ ní problem tí ò abuse ẹ verbally. Tí o abuse aggressively, tí o abuse with anything. No, èmi ti sọ síwájú wípé ọkọ nìyẹn, but when you started living with a man and that man is abusing you, bóyá kẹ́ tó gbọ́ ni, wọ́n ní téèyàn bá ti abuse verbally. Ọkọ ló máa love èèyàn tó máa abuse me verbally. Ìyẹn gan lè mú kéèyàn lọ para ìdànù, kéèyàn ọ̀rọ̀ ẹnu lásán ó mú kẹ́lòmíì commit suicide. Do you know that? Ọ̀rọ̀ ẹnu. Irú ọkùnrin tó bá ti ń abuse èèyàn, tó bá ní ìmùgọ̀ bí ò ti ẹnu ẹ, ẹlòmíì wà gan tó bá nà bó bẹ́tà kọ̀nà. Ọkùnrin mi ó máa gbé orí ẹ̀ dání báyìí. Abuse ẹ to the extent pé ìwọ gan wò pé kí ló wá ṣe lé ayé. Irú àwọn ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lè ní sọ pé wọ́n ṣe wò pé ẹ máa wọ ríbi irú àwọn àṣà bí sample mi ìfẹ́ padà sọ̀rọ̀ but I have to. Kó máa ṣe sọ pé my husband I still love him. That's not husband ma. Ọkùnrin tó bá ti lè mú ọ̀rẹ́ mi jókòó kámá ìtì sọ pé kó wá gbé mi wá orí social media tó ti lè gbé ọ̀rẹ́ mi méjì mẹ́ta jókòó pé ọ̀rẹ́ yín lágbájá ló ṣe báyìí. Why can't you just let's settle everything amicably as husband and wife? But yóò ń ṣọkọ mà ọkùnrin tó bá ti abuse níbẹ̀ yẹn yóò ń ṣọkọ mà.
Yumi ṣẹ́rí wọn get content sọ ṣẹ́rí gbogbo àwọn tó ń gbé rọ́wá sórí kinní yẹn èmi ò káǹtì wọn àti ẹ̀rù máa ń bì ẹ má bínú ṣé wọn ò ní fámìlì ilé tó lè lọ fẹjọ́ sùn ṣé orí ìlàtọ̀ gbé wá yẹn ló fẹ́ mú ṣòro kúrò ní ẹ má jà tanra wa torí lánàá mo kàn tẹ ẹ̀rọ mi kàn jókòó mo kàn ń ro gbogbo ẹ pé ẹ nẹbi tẹlifẹjọ
tọ́lẹ̀ wá fẹjọ́ sùn ní tó jẹ́ pé bíbá àwa ní fámìlì wọn.
lórí ìlà yẹn ọwọ́ yẹn ò ń ṣèyàn gidi nà má mi mélòó tí yín lẹ gbé lọ sórí ìlà pé kọ́ máa bá yín dá ọ̀tọ̀ ní ká bímọ ọ̀tọ̀ ní kọ́ mọ́ gbọ́ràn ọ̀tọ̀ ní kọ́ mọ́ nórí tó fẹ́ fi orí ayé ẹ̀ so ẹ má tẹ̀ jẹ́ ká máa ka àwọn yẹn kọ̀ wá ṣe ganu sí ni but when we are talking of life ẹ jẹ́ ká sọ̀rọ̀ nípa life ṣe gẹ̀ẹ́tẹ̀ life tó bá wà níbi kan ti ń nù ẹ́ tòótọ́ kò make sense tó bá wà níbi tó ti lè rí ìyá bàbá ọmọ bá sọ̀rọ̀ bàbá ẹ̀ bá sọ̀rọ̀ kẹ́rù ẹ̀ kò kúrò ń bẹ̀ and kí wọ́n gan tó tẹ̀ bá síbẹ̀ kó tó tẹ́ ní síbẹ̀ ìwọ́n gan ti rí pé bí yìí kò lè gbà mí ṣe bá fún wa lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ nínú ilé ṣe gẹ̀ẹ́tẹ̀ ń sìn so tó ti wà ń bì kan tó ti rí tó ti mú ẹ lójú tó ti ń ṣe kinní kan ó yẹ kó tètè fà sẹ́yìn kó fúra ẹ má jẹ́ ká máa bá wọn fa nǹkan tó yẹ ká fà a lot of things wà tó yẹ ká sọ tó máa mú advice gidi jáde fáwọn ọmọ ọ̀sìn ẹ wo àwọn ọmọ kìchẹ́rì tá a máa ń sọ pé àwọn ọmọ ọ̀sìn yóò máa rì ẹ má jẹ́ nítorí kó ṣe Nàìjíríà nìkan gbogbo àgbáyé gbà tá à ń bọ̀ apàdé ọmọ nínú ìlú àwọn Muslim yìí 36 years ó lóun ò tí máa rí ẹ̀yìn mẹ́jì mo sọ̀rọ̀ mo kàn jókòó mo ní so definitely àgbáyé ni kíní yìí ń bàjẹ́ but igbe àwa Nàìjíríà ló máa ń pọ̀ jù lórí atẹ́gùn.
No, àwọn náà máa ní community pé community ti wà ní that's why we are able to listen.
No,
everyone náà ló ní community.
àwa tiwa ló pọ̀ jù Nàìjíríà ló pọ̀ jù ẹlẹ́yà wa pọ̀ lórí internet. èyí tó yẹ ká máa wá nǹkan gidi ká máa fi advice ara wa business rẹ o kíní kan rẹ o àárín yẹn ṣe mí akọ ń sọ̀rọ̀ ní omi.
business dey kọ́kọ́ lè yàn sọ anything when it comes to marriage we are all learning here so when even kini is sin anything woman because the way you're saying it as if you know major thing to yẹ ká sọ àsọ no the society itself okay.
nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn kọ́ lè mí lọ. mo ní irú àwọn tó máa ń ṣe lẹ́yà káàkiri yẹn ó ti ń pọ̀ jù. mi ní ká má sọ̀rọ̀ ṣe bá ti sọ̀rọ̀ gọ́vnà gbogbo ẹ̀mí bá that is okay we can get something from there. ibi tí mo ti rí tán kú ṣe mistake ní ọ̀nkọ́ ẹ̀ má máa dárúkọ ìlú.
no problem.
ẹ má bínú ma Mrs. Bishop Babalola do you know that if you kílẹ̀ pé mi tiẹ̀ ẹ má bínú ma do you know that by kéèyàn sọ̀rọ̀ síta ó ẹ̀ blind èèyàn ṣá.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni ma ó ẹ̀ ṣe kò lẹ́bi.
ṣe rí àwọn yẹn ẹbí sùúrù ma ṣe rí àwọn tó wá ń yẹ̀yẹ́ ara wọn yẹn ọ̀tọ̀ but a lot of people wọ́n ti die silently sílẹ̀ a lot of people wọ́n wà nù marriage but they don't even know what to say but if
At least èèyàn náà burú náà abẹ́gbọ̀n tó lè máa share problems pẹ̀lẹ́. Téèyàn bá fẹ́ wá jíròrò ọ̀rọ̀, jẹ̀mọ̀ kó yàtọ̀ sí kéèyàn gbé pàtẹ ọ̀rọ̀ síta.
Èmi ò sọ pé kéèyàn gbé marriage ẹ̀ wá bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn, but sometimes èèyàn máa fọ̀rọ̀ jíròrò ọ̀rọ̀ gbogbo ẹ̀ náà kò ní bí ṣé kéèyàn máa suffering and smiling yẹn nítorí pé mo fẹ́ gbọ́ business is not èèyàn lè gbọ́ business but àwọn nǹkan kan wà tó ń dùn ẹ̀ lọ́kàn
àìmọye business lálá ni.
ọmọ ìyá ẹ̀ gan tó bá sọ́ngbà ni ó máa ṣẹlẹ́yà ẹ̀ àwọn tó nǹkan tèmi try láti sọ bóyá kò yẹ pé àwọn tó wá mú ọ̀rọ̀ wọn tó ń pàtẹ màá dé mo ṣe gbá kan tọ̀ but when you are going through something you can even use it as somebody else not even you wípé ọ̀rẹ́ mi kan máa ń go through kankan yìí ò ní ìpè kiri.
àìmọye ẹlòmíì máa mọ̀ọ́mọ̀ sọ pé ọ̀rẹ́ mi but ẹni yẹn ló ṣe é gangan o.
ó dẹ̀ jẹ́ àwọn náà go through kiri yẹn.
wọ́n á dẹ̀ mọ̀ọ́mọ̀
this
sọ.
now kò ṣe pé ọmọ ìyá èèyàn nìkan ló ń fún yàn ní kíni ó lè mọ kọ́kọ́ ẹ̀ gan ó ti ń làlà fún ọkọ ẹ̀ ó ti ń tatata ọmọ ìyá èèyàn kan ti ń tatata ọkọ èèyàn kó lọ́ọ́ ṣàṣàánú wa kó lọ́ọ́ ṣàánú wa ibi tí láìpẹ́ dé yìí èèyàn gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ẹ̀rọ àwọn tó yẹ pé ọmọ ìyá ni wọ́n mo ti rí èèyàn tó jẹ́ pé ọmọ ìyá ni wọ́n ọmọ bàbá ni wọ́n ó dẹ̀ marriage wọn àtẹ̀gbẹ́ ọkọ ẹ̀gbọ́n ẹ̀ dẹ̀ ń bọ̀ lọ́nà báyìí
ó dẹ̀ dàrú
tata ọkọ ẹ̀gbọ́n ẹ̀ ọkọ ẹ̀gbọ́n ẹ̀ dẹ̀ cancel my wedding ó dẹ̀ fẹ́ òun ó ṣe pé wọ́n ní àwọn tẹ̀mí mọ̀ ni
ó dùn dáadáa nìyẹn.
ó dẹ̀ lọ́kọ ẹ̀gbọ́n ẹ̀ wá pẹ̀ pàgbé sílé ọkọ ẹ̀gbọ́n ẹ̀ dẹ̀ ní tẹ bá wọ èèyàn tó ní ìwà ju àǹtí yẹn máa níwà o ní spirit kan náà lájọ gbé àǹtí yẹn máa ní ìwà o ó dẹ̀ ṣe di pé bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn ní owó burúkú ìyá bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn lówó burúkú àìsàn.
náà ti nípasẹ̀ ẹ̀gbọ́n ẹ̀ ló máa rọ́kọ̀.
ó dẹ̀ lọ́kọ ọkọ ẹ̀gbọ́n ẹ̀ the marriage is not like.
ṣé o ti bẹ́ẹ̀ gbẹ́ sórí.
ó ti bá ẹ̀gbọ́n ẹ̀ àní wọ́n ti fẹ́ ṣe.
wọ́n ti ṣe wádìí pẹ̀lú ó ti fẹ́ ẹ̀gbọ́n lẹ̀ ó ti fẹ́ bù.
Mrs. Babalọ́lá sọ pé ọjọ́ ọkọ ẹ̀gbọ́n ẹ̀ nínú yẹn ò dáa
ó dẹ̀ gba ọkọ ẹ̀gbọ́n ẹ̀ ọmọ ìyá ẹ̀ ọmọ bàbá ẹ̀ wọ́n dẹ̀ ń sọ màmá wọ́n dẹ̀ ní àkòsí nǹkan tó fẹ́ ṣe sí i ẹ ṣàṣàánú àwọn àǹtí ẹ̀yìn ọ̀nà ló yọ àǹtí yẹn fẹ́ pa ara ẹ̀ wọ́n láti máa mọ́nítọ̀ àǹtí yẹn ni káàntí yẹn tó wá ṣe kó tó wá lọ fẹ́ máa kàn báyìí tíyàwó ẹ̀ ti kú báyẹn wá tọ́jú mọ́ wá ń gẹ̀ wọ́n bọ̀ àwọn náà wọ́n rí ṣégèlé ọkọ yẹn o bọ̀ tó wà tọ́pọ̀ ẹ̀ ti fi rálẹ̀ ṣé ọmọ ìyá nìyẹn ẹ wo ẹjọ́ nítorí ọlọ́kọ́lọ́ ń ṣàánú wa ó ṣáà ti fún wa ní ìfọ̀kànbalẹ̀ ilé ayé wa ẹlòmíì gan wọ́n rí advice tó máa fún ẹ gan ó máa dá ju tọmọ ìyá ọmọ bàbá ẹ lọ nítorí nǹkan tẹ̀mí kọ́ mọ̀ pé this life is up and down ṣé nǹkan tí mo sọ fún yín mà èmi ò advice anybody pé kíní o but when you started smelling abuse tó bá tiẹ̀ ti ń jẹ́ verbal abuse tọkùnrin ti verbal abuse please ọmọ ìyá mi mi ò gbàdúrà kéèyàn wà bẹ́ẹ̀ because òun gan yára pajú pé kéèyàn náà yẹn.
psychological abuse ó le jù.
yeah both sides ló wà now both sides ló wà Mr. Ṣẹ́gun now I have somebody that ọkùnrin ni nílùú tàwa ìyàwó ẹ̀ ló ń sọ child support fún ẹ̀gbọ́n
ìyàwó ló ń sọ child support.
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo sọ nọ́ọ̀sì ni òun ló bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn is a pharmacist ìyàwó ẹ̀ ló ń sọ child support ẹ̀gbọ́n rẹ̀ rí.
kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ okay máa abuse ọkọ ẹ ni.
tó gbé cup of tea tó fọ mọ́yà ọkọ ẹ lórí torí pọ̀ pé ó fẹ́ sáré mu tea torí pé àwọn ọmọ ní doctor appointment tó lóun ò lè lọ ọkọ wa ní jẹ́ kó tiẹ̀ sáré ṣe cup of tea kó tiẹ̀ má lọ ṣubú lọ́dọ̀ ó ní cup of tea òṣùwọ̀n ló fẹ́ ó dẹ̀ gbé tea kọ́fì yẹn ó dẹ̀ dá lọ́kọ ẹ lórí.
ẹ mọ̀ káwọn ọkùnrin go through a lot gan wọn lè sọ síta ń gbà mí some of their men.
ó dẹ̀ dá lé ọkọ ẹ lórí.
especially here abroad.
ọlọ́pàá yẹn làwọn ọlọ́pàá wọ́n dẹ̀ àǹkọ̀fẹ̀ wọ́n dẹ̀ mú kúrò lé yẹn òun ló san child support àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀gbọ́n òun ló san child support àwọn ọkùnrin ẹ̀dẹ̀ ló lọ fún nursing school yẹn ọkùnrin yẹn ló lọ.
Madam Adebimpe men go through a lot to Ayaola they don't want to, they can't speak out. Madam Adebimpe ẹ ò mute bí wọ́n wà lẹ́nu iṣẹ́ ẹ máa sọ̀rọ̀ lọ wọ́n wà lẹ́nu iṣẹ́ ni bí ọkàn wọn kò kẹ́. Men go through a lot, but they can't speak out. Most of them can't speak out. You know, they can't speak out. So it's sad.
mọ́mí mà ṣẹ́ni both side ní kinní yẹn wà kọ́ ló ń kàn ṣàánú èèyàn tó fún èèyàn ní fọkànbalẹ̀ ni I'm not blaming man I'm not gonna blame kinní but gbogbo wa nǹkan tójú èèyàn ti rí ní ayé tójú ẹlòmíì ti rí báyìí òun ló ṣe jẹ́ pé ẹlòmíì ẹ̀ kàn rí pé ó ń dá ní ìsàlẹ̀ ó kàn ń dá ìní ó ń kú sínú ó ń kú sínú báyìí á máa ṣe ta ni wọ́n fẹ́ fọ̀rọ̀ mi lọ báyìí ta ni wọ́n fẹ́ fọ̀rọ̀ mi lọ báyìí kò sọ síta before ẹ máa gbọ́ pé oṣù tó kú ẹ máa gbọ́ pé ó develop high blood pressure ẹ máa gbọ́ pé ó ṣe kinní kan because kò rẹ́ni sọ̀rọ̀ fún tó ti yẹ yín ẹni tó máa fún advice pé ó dáa ṣe báyìí ó dáa má ṣe báyìí ó dáa dúró báyìí ó dáa lọ báyìí but we are still like okay jẹ́ ṣàjẹ́ máa manage ẹ̀ bó ni wọ́n fẹ́ káwọn ọmọ sí àwọn tó bá kú àní mo sọ fún yín mo ti sọ bí kẹ́ tó dé mà mo ní mo gbọ́ àtìkù obìnrin yẹn sọ pé when you die your children will cry they will miss you they will be like where is mommy where is daddy but guess what even ní tó bá fi owó lẹ̀ fún wọn ò lè mọ owó yẹn lò because àwọn kọ́nà ṣiṣẹ́ owó yẹn àwọn kọ́nà ṣe òótọ́ dẹ̀ ni ẹ bá rí pàmì tá a máa wà ń bí iṣẹ́ báyìí tí máa lọ ṣe 12 hours náà ti wà lórí ìdúró tẹ bá ń bọ̀ lọ́nà àwọn ọmọ yẹn lè pè wọ́n máa ṣe oúnjẹ lẹ̀ bọ̀ sometimes ẹ bá mi ṣe lágbájá kinní kan lẹ̀ ọmọ mi ìwọ́n tó dẹ̀ ti lọ ṣiṣẹ́ kọ́ lè
tó lórí tí wọ́n
kọ́ lè jẹ́ èèyàn láyé mummy I'm tired wọn ọmọ ìlú yìí ọmọ ju tired.
Tiredness yẹn ọ̀tá wọn ni.
I'm tired. What am I going? Okay, I will do it. Wọ́n lè ṣoúnjẹ yẹn yamayama tí o tiẹ̀ níwọ̀n ẹ̀ jẹ. Nǹkan tí wọ́n wá sọ mo wá jókòó mo ní o tọ́ nǹkan tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sọ pé when you leave owó pé mo fẹ́ fi nǹkan lè fún àwọn ọmọ mi mo fẹ́ kọ́lé lè fún àwọn ọmọ mi mo fẹ́ ra kíní kan lè fún àwọn ọmọ mi káwọn ọmọ mi ṣe kíní kan pé wo ọ̀gbẹ́ni owó yẹn wọ́n máa misuse ẹ̀ ní. Pé but spend your money ṣiṣẹ́ gbádùn jẹun tó dára lọ sí vacation wọ́n á nǹkan tó ní
tọ́jú àwọn ọmọ tọ́jú ọkọ tọ́jú aya.
tó ẹ pé tó bá dàgbà báyìí wọn ò ní gbàgbé kó fún àwọn ní education.
ẹ ṣé thank you so much. ẹ ká conclude torí iṣẹ́ wà lọ́la mo máa lọ ibi iṣẹ́ láàárọ̀. All about Mrs. Adebimpe ti dé ó yẹ bá àga ní sìgá tó lọ sùn wọ́n ti sá lọ sẹ́nu iṣẹ́ padà ìyá ló ń pawó so gbogbo ẹ̀ we have to be mindful. Like I said, marriage is not do or die, and if you're out there and you're thinking of getting married as young adults that you are ready to get married, please look before you dive. It's very important. There are certain things that you will have seen. Once you've seen the red flag, do not go for it. Don't go into a commitment that you will get for the rest of your life. Marriage is not something that you can come in and go out. No, if you garbage in, you garbage out. So it's better for you to take your time. There is no rush. Okay, let's come and in marriage. Don't worry. At the right time, yours will come. So please be mindful of who you follow. As we have stated earlier on, you can go and watch for those ones on YouTube. We talked about it, how to, cite it and detect that this is not for me. And for us parents too. Tán bá ti mú àwọn ìyàwó wálé, tó ti mú ọkọ wálé, ẹ jẹ́ ká máa jẹ́ kó yé wọn wípé tó bá ti rí àwọn wà báyìí wo obìnrin tó pọkọ ẹ̀ yìí, ó ti ní ìwà yẹn nínú. They have seen that in her, and the guy has always been, supporting her, concealing it from his parents and his people. So be careful. Don't conceal rubbish. And like I said, if you are living abroad, when you are having physical fights, husband or wife, anyone that has the opportunity to take your phone, please call the police. No matter what people will say. I am not, like I said earlier, not people that are calling police for their husbands because they want to take over the home, they want to use it to get paper or what. No, I'm not talking about those ones. But when you are physically attacking yourselves for the sake of your lives and the lives of your children, please call the police. You may not you might not say you want to institute charges, but at least let it be that you called for help, because you might be saving yourselves, your lives by calling the police. Láti quote Kadore, ìyẹn òwe àtijọ́ ni. Eléyìí òwe tá fi ń save life ara wa ni. Ó ti yé yín. And if you are part of those ladies that you are calling police for your men because you want to take over the home or you want to use it for a particular purpose, may you find peace, because you will suffer it. There is no peace out there. If you get anything like that fraudulently, they will get you. So I wish us all the best. Marriage is not do or die. Don't raise your children in toxic home. If you need to separate for a while, separate and get helps that you deserve. There are, therapies even in Nigeria now. There are, therapies that you can go through when like I said, treating problem of marriage. When the marriage is troubled, is different from an abusive marriage. When it's abusive, it's different. You know it, you see it yourselves. That one, don't stay there and die. Walk out before they carry your dead body out. Men, speak out. If you're going through domestic violence with your wives or your women, speak out. Get people, talk to people. Don't be ashamed. That is why we have social media. Speak out, so you might get somebody that can help you. You understand? Gone are those days that they say men they have to. Don't keep bullshit into your body. Speak out, okay? Any other person that wants to say something before we say good night? I am tired. Work is. We should like to be sure because I can jump out. Let me can mark off the page. Okay. Any other thing? Are we good to go? Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you for being part of us. For first comers on YouTube, love you. Thank you for coming. And please subscribe before you go. My people here on TikTok, thank you so much for being there for us every time. Eshe Goni, Mommy Wat and Mommy Jumi, Mommy Obaloni mi, Daddy Shegun, Mommy Babasulere, Mommy Adebimpe. I love you. Have a clap and go.
ẹ ṣé o àǹtí Àjọkẹ́
Ẹ ṣé gan ni.
a máa rí yín bá.
Àmì ẹ ṣé gan ni, ẹ̀yin gan la máa rí bá o, ẹ ṣé gan ni. Thank you very much, and everyone, I say good night. Again, bye. Good night.